Big up to everyone. Welcome to the stream. Wow, I've never seen so many comments before a stream kicks off on my channel. Fantastic. Big up to all of you. Big up to all of you. I'm going to go back to the top. Stephen. Big up to Stephen. Big up Mo. Best YouTube channel. The panel. I love it. I agree. Fantastic bunch of lads. Facts. CFC Stephen. Facts by Couch Critic. Big up. Big up. Big up to everyone. It's been fantastic reading all these comments. Bobby, MCIG, Stephen, Sharmak, Angel, Andon. Listen, everyone, big up to you all. Big up to you all. What a night. What a night we have in store for you. I love these previews because it gives us the opportunity to talk about something before it happens, and then when it does happen, either we're gonna congratulate ourselves for getting it right, or we're not gonna be so happy. Big up to everyone. Big up to everyone. Listen, lads. The game tomorrow is, I'm not gonna say a massive game because it's only against Southampton, but it's a massive game because of what it represents. Mo. Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam. Kasim, big up to you. Big up to you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. I hope today went well for you. First day back after having the virus. So hope everything went good for you, Kasim. So the game tomorrow is a big one because back-to-back defeats for Tuchel. Champions League, Premier League. And then you're playing Southampton. At home. Banana skin, possibly, hopefully not. Tuchel made some, what's the word here? He made some statements. He gave away some hints in respect to what we could be expecting. I mean, we know Mason Mount is fully fit and is expected to play tomorrow, and we also know there's going to be a few changes. He didn't want to give away too much because that wouldn't be wise of him to do, giving away too much information before the actual game. But he did hint to possibility of some changes and a probability of Mason Mount starting. But he also talked about Mason Mount, and he said that we don't want to be putting all this pressure onto Mason Mount, because the team lost when he was out of the team, but he also didn't play so well in some games, and he also played well in others. So we don't really want to put the onus onto one individual. And that is not only for Mason Mount, that is for the entire team. Because right now, we are having some bad performances, generally, from certain players that we're used to seeing them have good performances. We're used to seeing Kai Havertz being skillful, being, majestic. We used to seeing Hakim Ziyech passing them balls and them pinpoint crosses. We used to seeing Lukaku getting half a chances and smacking them in, and others. However, recently those performances have not been up to scratch. So we can't put the blame on any particular player, or at least that's what Tuchel is saying. We can't put the blame on a particular player, but we have to address it as a team. We lost 2 games that were 2 different games, 2 different style of games. He talked about the fact that we had a lot of the possession against Juventus, but we still were not able to create enough and to score. And we were caught out because we were napping. And he talked about Manchester City, where they dominated the game in possession and were able to get a deflected shot on goal that we couldn't do really much about. That being said, Tuchel also said that we do need to revisit and refocus when it comes to our defensive performances, because a chance like that and chances like that should not be going in against this Chelsea team. So a lot to discuss, a lot to get into. people. Let me have a look where we are. We have 27 likes and 17 people in the chat. So that's a good number. Let's have a look at where we are in respect to subscribers, because I have a feeling that we may be lucky enough to celebrate 8,000 subscribers live tonight. Let me have a look where we are. We are currently on, if I can see, we are currently on 7,976. So we are 24 subscribers away from 8,000. Now, if we can get those 24 subscribers during the stream, which is doable, and we've done it in the past. We've actually had 150 new subscribers on one stream in the past. So it can happen. It can happen. Get your friends to subscribe, call them, text them, social media, tweet, whatever. You know what you guys got to do. Who is this? Fabio, yo, welcome, my man. Welcome. I want to say a big hello and a big welcome to my two panelists, Bobby Smoke Signals and Q&A TV presenter, Kasim. How you doing? I saw QN TV. I put an extra letter there. QN TV presenter, Kasim. How you guys doing?
Hey Mo. Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me. And Kasim, it's good to see you again, mate.
Thanks, Bobby. How are you, Mo? How are things? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm a little bit, what's the word here? Eager and excited to talk to you guys tonight and to see what we come up with in regards to this team selection. Mohammed, MDT, big up to you. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. Big up everybody. Kasim, you alright?
Big up.
Hey Mo.
Mo?
How are you? Assalamu alaikum, Mo. How are you, man? You okay?
Bobby, you alright? I'm good. Mo, how is everything? How's everyone?
Everything's fine. I want to ask Kasim. I'm lagging.
Wait, just wait, Mo. Wait, please wait.
Am I lagging? Hold on.
Mo, can you hear me?
Guys, 1 second. Am I lagging?
Yeah.
Am I lagging? Am I lagging?
No.
Because I've got a comment here saying you are lagging, Baggy. Maybe it's only you, Angel. If I'm lagging, tell me in the chat, people. Tell me in the chat. Go on, Kasim. Carry on. Kasim?
Before we start the show, come on, people, please subscribe. Yeah, can you hear me, Mo?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Please, people, 24 subs, come on. Yeah, come on, people. 24 subs away from 8,000. Do it for Mo tonight. Make his weekend. That's what I want to say, mate.
All right, Kasim, I want to ask you a question. Every time MDT jumps on the stream, you start by saying Assalamu alaikum. But you never say Assalamu alaikum to me. Why is that? Putting him under the
I did when he started. Before I said Assalamu alaikum in the chat. I did.
Did you? Oh, you said hello. You said hello.
No,
I'm joking.
I'm
pulling your leg. I'm pulling your leg, mate. I'm pulling your leg.
The disrespect.
Can you believe it, Boogeyman? Can you believe it? We haven't even started. No. He's already doing this to me.
And the thing is, he cannot deny it's on camera, man. It is on camera.
Live on air. Boogeyman, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. I'm doing actually good. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Hey, good, Boogeyman.
Hey, Bobby, how are you doing, man?
Cool. The little person I see there next to the Mo.
Yeah, I was going to talk about it.
Is this little rascal? She's refusing to sleep because she saw me coming down and she followed me downstairs.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I was going to ask if it is your kid because you don't have hair and he has hair. So I'm not sure if the DNA.
No, it's because I like shaving my hair because it's.
It's a joke. Don't worry about it.
All right, listen, people.
How many do you have, Mo?
What?
Oh no, I have a basketball team. I have 5.
Mashallah.
I think my internet is moving. Is it my internet moving?
Yeah,
guys?
more. Kasim, I think you're lagging a little bit, Kasim. I think you're lagging a little bit. Reset, Kasim. Kasim, reset your connection, mate. Go out and come back in again. People, we have a long evening ahead of us.
Okay.
So I want to ask you this. Did you guys see the press conference? I want to know who saw the press conference today. Boogeyman, you saw it?
I did.
Bobby, brilliant. Oh, everyone saw it. Fantastic. Give me your thoughts before we talk about the game tomorrow. Give me your thoughts about what Tuchel said in that press conference in respect to the last two defeats that we've had and how he's looking at it. And this is open to everyone.
I think he spoke well, Mo. He always does. I liked what he said about Mason Mount, and he's right. Mount is a valuable player to the team, but Mount has been in the team when we've lost. We lost 2 FA Cup finals, and he was there. We lost against Aston Villa last game of the season, and he was there. So this is a team sport, and Tuchel was just trying to put that point across. I like the way he explained again that, look, there's no need to panic. Life is never smooth. Like I tell my kids, if things are too easy, that's when you should be worried. Life is always going to have some sort of ups or downs, and it's when you are going through difficulty that not only does it create personality, but it galvanizes success. So in a way, as much as we hate losing and we don't want to lose, we learn from this. And I think Tuchel's going to, as he said in the press conference, going to do things a little bit differently. Expect to see 1 or 2 new faces tomorrow. And we continue. I like how he talks. I think that's a very astute, confident man.
I concur. I think we are going to see some changes tomorrow. I think we're going to see changes in more ways than one. I think it's not only going to be players. I think it's not only going to be players, but I think we're going to see some changes, possibly in the formation. But we'll talk about that in due course. Couch Critic, welcome to the stream. How you doing, my man?
I'm great, man. How you guys doing, man? It's good to see you guys all.
We're doing good. We are hoping to celebrate early by hitting 8K on the stream. Because if we can hit 8K on the stream, we're bound to beat Southampton tomorrow. So, guys, as you can see, we are on 7,977. I'm going to refresh to see if we have had a subscriber since... Because we had a subscriber since we started the stream. And we just lost him. Thank you. Right. This is gonna happen all night. It's gonna go up and down, up and down.
It must have happened when I jumped on. My apologies, man.
Yeah. They must have seen you. They're like, no. Couch Critic, we don't like him. No, we're gonna leave. No, for real. Listen, people. Big point made by Bobby. Tuchel was talking about potential changes. Do you guys think tomorrow's game is gonna be a catalyst to something different? Generally, let's not talk about players, but generally, do you think it's going to be a catalyst to something different for the season?
I don't think Tuchel is looking at the next game as a catalyst. That's the impression I got from the presser. Anyways, he's just want to reset pretty much everything, just a resetting. No resetting in the way as he wanted reactions. It's those words have been thrown away, reaction, and then player put pressure on themselves for nothing. So in fact, it's more. He say a few years ago, someone told him something like, if the player in this situation, either you yell at them or you just give them a break so they can just think about it deeply and come back. So I think he opted for the second option. So he just wanted to reset, a fresh reset. So maybe the player can have some confidence in the system that they've been growing in since 6 months or 7 months now, and just come and play and come and do what they know they can do instead of keep thinking about that defeat, the 2 consecutive defeats. I mean, the press is going to talk about it. They're not going to be able to hide from it, but at least he will do his best to at least give them some fresh air so they can come back as a new, freshly, not too much thinking about reaction. I think that's how I understand it. The reaction, like, I don't think they're going to tomorrow again say, "Oh, we need to win it," and let's just play our game and see what happens.
Mo, what's your take on the press conference, mate?
Yeah, I think I don't know. Sorry about this. I'm not talking to you.
Let him give me his reaction as well, mate.
Yes, you think I'm talking to her. The thing is, when I heard from the way I heard him speaking, especially when he spoke about how somebody gave him that advice or whatever, and I think he's gonna play quite most of those players. He's gonna give them another chance. I thought he will do changes, but I believe even Ruben might not start. I think so. I think he's gonna use Ruben from the bench. I think. Because the way he sounded, I think he doesn't want to give up on them and damage their confidence even more. So I won't be surprised if he just do like maybe I believe he will give quite a few of them the same chance.
I just want to say something. Big up to Jem. I know it's his birthday weekend, so happy birthday, my man. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend, starting off with a win against Southampton tomorrow. So I hope it's a good weekend for you, Jim. What's her name?
Her name is Aisha.
Aisha.
Yeah.
That's the soundtrack to my intro and my outro.
The
song by Aisha.
I know.
Aisha. By
Aisha.
Shab Khalid. Aisha.
Yeah. I know the song. Yeah, I know.
Who is the singer? Khaled, right?
Shab Khalid, I think it's Algerian.
Yeah, Shab Khalid. Singer. Algerian, yeah. I mean, he's very famous in Africa, isn't he? Everybody listens to it, especially the whole of Africa.
Yeah, you've heard the Abdul Qadir song?
I think I did. Which one?
Yeah. Abdul Qadir ya Abu Alam Sidiyu Fa'liya.
Yeah.
I heard this song.
No, he's big. But it's like old school though.
Remember Shabnani?
Shabmami, Shabmami,
you know what?
Saeed.
Remember Shabnani?
If I'm not mistaken, the Abdul, I think if I'm not mistaken, the Abdul, is it? If I'm not mistaken, I think I went to one concert in Nouakchott in Mauritania. I think I went to one concert. If I'm not mistaken, he was there, or either he played or whatever. Because I used to, that was back in the days when I was younger. I was a little bit rebellious.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
He was big in the late 80s, early 90s, late 90s as well. He was big, but he's not so big anymore. But anyway, let's get back to the football. Let's get
back to football. Like I was saying, I don't think he will do changes like I thought he would, because I think he doesn't want to damage some of these players, their confidence. I believe Kova will play. I thought Kova will rest, but because of his head, Kova and Lukaku has a link in training. I think Kova will play. Yeah, Kova will play, and if Kova play, Georgie will play.
We'll come on the player selection in a second. We'll come to player selection in a second. Couch critic. I'm gonna leave Kasim to the end because he wasn't ready. He didn't have his connection properly on, so he's gonna have to wait till the end. Couch critic, let me hear it. What's your reaction to the press conference?
His loss is my benefit, man. Nice.
Exactly.
That's what you get, Kasim. You make sure you got that internet on high speed, bro. High speed.
My internet moving, man. It's terrible.
No, I listened to the press conference. I did gather that I feel like I'm feeling like what Mo's saying, because he didn't really make it seem like we were hurt. We had a lot of training. Like, he made it sound like he just gave them the day off to, basically recharge their batteries mentally.
Yeah.
After 2 emotional losses. I think that's kind of the one of the major components that I got out of it. And then he also said something to the effect, again, Mo, I think you touched on it again with Mason Mount and Kovačić having a connection to Lukaku, and I think that's a key moment too, because we're trying to build relationships on the pitch right now. We basically have a new team, right? Or a new way of playing with a recognized number 9. So we have to have understanding on the pitch, and in order to do so, we have to have like repetition. Give these guys a chance to, like, Jem said it yesterday. I was talking to Jem on my stream yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, we need to just keep these guys, whoever he sees as being his preferred 11 at this point. You can't just keep chopping and changing it, because we're still trying to build this understanding on the pitch." So, the likes of Kovačić, you're probably going to see him. The likes of, I'm of the opinion that maybe it's time for Ben Chilwell to come into the game right now, because other guys are out of form, right? I mean, as much as we need understanding on the pitch, we can't continually play guys that are just jaded and, like, run them into the ground at this point in the competition. So as much as I do think that we're going to see a lot of the same pieces, I think that there are going to be a couple pieces that come into the game and switch it up a bit. And if I was going to say one, I would say Chilwell will be one. He needs an opportunity, and potentially Ruben Loftus-Cheek, just because I think that he offers something that we don't have in the midfield right now.
Yep. Well, we're going to talk about the lineup in a second, but I agree with you. We are going to see some changes. And we do need that chemistry that that Lukaku is asking for, because Lukaku is a finisher, but he ain't going to finish nothing if nothing is given to him to finish. I mean, you're not going to finish your dinner unless it's got, it's there on a plate in front of you, right? You're not going to finish it. There's no point in it being in the kitchen if no one's going to give it to you, no one's going to deliver it to you. And Kovačić, Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz, Ben Chilwell, Reece James, Callum, these people, these players, they got to start to learn how to deliver dinners to Lukaku.
Tuchel actually said there will be a few changes. He said it. It's going to happen.
It is, and I want to get your take on the changes when we look at the formation and the starting lineup, and I want you guys to think out of the box when it comes to this, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of surprises in the game tomorrow. But we'll get into that after Kasim gives me his thoughts on the press conference. Let me hear it, Kasim. You're on mute, Kasim.
I agree exactly what Couch said, and you in the beginning more as well. I can see a bit changes. I'm hoping it's not too much changes. So I'll be happy with 2, max 3. And it's no wrong with changing in 2 or 3. Pep does it all the time. You can see.
No, 2 or 3 changes. Kasim, 2 or 3 changes are not change. Kasim, 2 or 3 changes. They're not changes. They're not changes. Changes is when you're going to have something that is different. If you bring a like for example, if you're going to bring in Azpilicueta or Reece James as a right wing back, that's not really a change if he plays Reece James or Azpilicueta. But if he starts with Callum from the beginning as a right wing back, I classify that as a change, because that is something that we haven't seen.
I know what you mean. But some of our players, what I'm trying to say more is, okay, even for like, it doesn't really matter, because our issue is some of our players are very tired. Jorginho and Kova, they need rest. That's why we got Saul Negas. That's why I'm a bit disappointed. I'm not going to say disappointed with the guy. You need to give him time. But what I'm saying is, these guys need rest.
Kasim, fantastic point when you about the I think we're having a delay, me and you, Kasim. Kasim, in respect to fatigue, and I actually want to ask you, and I want to get the rest of the panel to jump in on this after you. In respect to fatigue, Kasim, can you hear me? Kassim, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think my internet moving, mate. I think.
Kassim,
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Kassim, reset, please. Kassim, reset your router. Julius, welcome to the stream, my man. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Julius, listen, I want to ask you a question. And then you can give me your reaction to the press conference, and then but I want you to address this question for me, and I want the panel also to give me your thoughts on this. Is it too early for us to be talking about fatigue? Is it too early for us to be talking about players needing a rest? And if there is fatigue and players do need a rest, do we need to address the schedule? Do we need to address the international breaks, the amount of football that these guys are playing? Why do we have this fatigue? Why are players needing rest so early on in the season? So address that for me, Julius, and also give me your thoughts on the press conference.
I didn't actually watch the press conference, but I've heard that Tuchel talked about fatigue, actually, which is the main topic. So I find this stuff to be, doesn't make sense to me, because it's not that the only players that are playing that much football or were playing with their international teams or playing football 2-3 times a week. Every team is facing the same problem. City players do that. Man United players do that. Bayern Munich do that. Why are we fatigued and others are not? I feel that's an excuse that all managers do. It's not exclusive to Tuchel. Every single manager, when they lose a game or when they go through a tough period of time, they want to talk about we seem to be fatigued and stuff. I feel the issue is psychological more than physical, in my opinion. Maybe Tuchel is referring to that fatigue psychologically. Maybe the players are mentally burnt out. That could be more realistic to me, and that reinforces my theory last stream yesterday when I talked about the players. I don't think they take themselves too seriously. Sometimes they are so complacent. You need to have confidence, because Tuchel said, I think, in the training sessions, they are sharp, they are confident, and then when we go into the game, they are completely different. And he is asking, why is this happening? Why every time we look so good in the training, and then when we get into the game, you guys look scared, not making the right decisions, very slow, and that tells me that they are getting intimidated by certain teams. Maybe they got maybe the mind games that UV players, like some. I told you, Kalini said that tomorrow is going to be the easiest game. Maybe some stuff that Allegri said in his press conference, or some stuff that they've heard on social media, have got into their heads before the game.
So it's a mental thing, Julius, rather than a physical thing.
Can I jump on the back of that quick? Because I think that there's something there that Julius said that I really need to touch on.
Yes.
Go on.
Yeah, just in terms of like when you said, when they come into the games, why are they not performing like they have in practice? And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that most teams change their tactics when they play Chelsea. So things that we're expecting to see, we're not seeing anymore, and it's taking them that time to adjust. They're like, we saw Aston Villa play with a back five, and that was normally how they play. Zenit the same, a back five. They don't normally play that way.
Juventus a back eight.
You know what I mean? Like, this is not how these teams normally play. So it's if you talk about if you talk about a shock to the system, that would be it. If you're rehearsing for one thing and you see something completely different, I can understand that. But going on to the whole fatigue thing, I think that the team is fatigued, mainly because when Tuchel came in, he's ridden the same guys for a long time. Some of those key players went into the Euros and played key roles for their teams as well. Came back without any sort of like break into into the season as well. So you'd expect them to be fatigued. It's not because we didn't get to watch them play for Chelsea. It's the fact that they continually played, and they didn't have any preseason and they didn't have the chance to recuperate their mental energy. Like, and the physical injuries.
Could we also say that when we're finishing our international break, the players are back and they're literally, in some cases, having to start 24 hours or 48 hours after they've returned, they have a game.
Yep.
And
Yep.
if they're not ready to play in that game and they miss that game, that could be the place on the team lost to another player in that squad.
100%.
That is problematic. That is problematic, and I think UEFA, FIFA, whoever is looking at this does need to address this, because international football is having a negative effect on club football.
Absolutely.
Club fatigue is an almighty issue, a massive issue. I have never, in all the years I've watched football, I will say that this era of football, especially top flight football, players are playing stupendous amounts of games. If you include internationals, you're talking maybe 70, close to, in some cases, with the things like the World Club Cup, you're going towards 80 games for these guys. They're human beings. And they don't have, maybe 2 weeks break, and they're back again on the treadmill with grade A performances every time they have to do this. This is a big problem. And FIFA the other day were talking about making the World Cup every 2 years. I mean, it's ridiculous. They are overplayed. They are fatigued. And that's a reality. It's not an excuse. I mean, look at people like Kovačić. Kovačić playing every 3 days. Every 3 days. After he was nobbled before going to the Euros. And at the Euros, he was fatigued. He's been overplayed, as well as Mason Mount. So it is a problem. That's why we look at all these big squads in order to cope.
And I think I just mention something, guys. Is regarding Liverpool, and you got the like of Salah or Mane or even Van Dijk. They didn't go to Europe. They're African, So they've been restrictions when the Premier League finished. They didn't have to go to Europe, so they're a bit fresher. You know what I mean? I think
come December, they're going to go and play more games.
You get my point. They're a bit fresher than Chelsea, and that's why Europe plays big part.
But can I say something?
Go on, Julius.
Didn't UV players play all the way, some of them, into the final? Like I don't really buy.
They're fatigued too, Julius. Federico Chiesa, he can't play 90 minutes.
Yeah,
they're having to manage his time.
Correct.
Because the guy has played too much football.
Correct.
I told you guys about Federico Chiesa. I told you guys about Federico Chiesa.
Yeah, more called the eye before the match. Correct.
But that's on the team, right? And the team management. They know Kovačić has played a lot of games for Croatia. They know Kovačić is one important player for the other. He doesn't have to train as hard as the other ones. You put him in a special program or something. And so he can regenerate properly while playing the 70 minute to 90. If Tuchel keep using the player the way he's using them and then talking about fatigue, I don't blame anybody. I blame Tuchel.
Fair.
Because
sorry, Mohammed. One second. Mohammed, I'll bring you in. It's okay to have this issue, and it's okay to take a player off the pitch after 60 minutes, after 50 minutes. But one thing you do have to make sure you do is the player and the team knows he's only playing for 50 minutes. He's only playing for 60 minutes. So that when he does play, he will use all of his energy for that period. He will not hold something back in case he has to play 90. So he knows I'm only playing 50, and the team knows he's only playing 50. That way, when he's taking off, he's giving it all that he has, and he isn't holding something back in case he has to sit on extra. And that, I think, it benefits when the players in advance know what is going to be happening in regards to that part of the plan. Mohammed, I apologize for interrupting you. Go ahead, mate.
It's okay. You remember when I told you guys Chiesa, because like I said, I follow Juventus. Chiesa never finished the full game. The reason being is that's exactly it. They want him to give them 60 or 65 minutes at full throttle. That's it. After that, he's off. Or else, they start him in the second half to give them full throttle. Because Chiesa cannot play 90 minutes. I've not seen him play 90 minutes since Fiorentina. Even then, he wasn't playing it. They send him in to give maximum effort, attack the defense. That's the way he played. He only know one way to play. That's full throttle. And also with Chelsea, we all celebrated when Chelsea have, I think, about 12 players around the quarterfinal, semi-final age. Chelsea has more players towards the end of the Euro than any team in Europe. Okay, you look at the teams that have more players in the Euro. Juventus are struggling because majority of the Italian team were from them. They're struggling because their players are still not fit. The reason why Juventus are 12 in the league is not because of they're horrible. It's because of the players still are not 100% in fitness level. Chiesa can only do 60 minutes. Bernardeschi can only do 70 minutes. Chiellini cannot play a full match. This is the thing. Okay, you look at Man City. Man City, Grealish was on the bench for England. Kevin De Bruyne didn't play. You know, the last weekend was his second game of the season, him and Foden. Okay, Manchester City players are fresh. Liverpool players are fresh. Arsenal, the same thing. The only team in the Premier League this season that had players that are tired is Chelsea. Mentally, they are drained. That's why I agree with Boogie and Julian. Yeah, I agree with Boogie and Julian in some way as well. Yeah, Boogieman is right. This is why the mistake happened with Saul Miguel. Saul Miguel would have eased the pressure on Kova or maybe Jorginho. But that is not going that way. So sometimes, that's the mistake. It happened. They're not perfect. The mistakes happen. So now it's up to Tuchel to see what some of the players. This is why I didn't want some of the youth players to go on loan, because I knew after World Cup, it happened under Mourinho's season. It happened when Ancelotti won the league with us. Every tournament, after the tournament, Chelsea have the same issue. That's why Ancelotti, when we won the league, he was fired the following season because most of the players didn't get to full fitness until the second part of the season. And it was too late. United were ahead. So that's why I believe that some of these players that went on loan, I'm watching, what's his name, Ampadu right now. He's doing very well. Okay, I'm not saying he's a starter, but just as a squad player, some of these League Cup games, you don't have to bring in certain players. Some of these FA Cup games, you don't. So sometimes I believe Chelsea fans as well should realize these players are human. They're not perfect. The club as well, they're not perfect. They will do certain mistakes. Like Saul was meant to help, and he's not helping right now.
No.
So we have tired players.
Mo, I say the exact same thing. And fans go at me, oh, they need to go out. I'm like, listen, no, they need to be here. They're going to get to play. And look at it now.
Yeah.
If Ampadu had been here, he'll be on that pitch.
Yeah, but you know what, guys? It's still managing the expectations though, too, right? Because we want to win every competition. So the manager, especially at Chelsea, as much as we want to see these kids play and we want to see them flourish and we want to see them get minutes on the squad, there are guys that the manager trusts more, first and foremost, that he's going to play in those games because he wants to win the competition, because his job might depend on it. So you say Carabao Cups and stuff like that, but what have you guys ever seen a tournament where Chelsea want to win it?
Yeah, but
Coach, if you look at Tuchel's history, he doesn't like a big squad. He likes to use the academy players. He likes like 13, 15 players. The rest of the team is made up. I believe it was Chelsea, the management decision to send some of these players out because they want to give them game time. Okay, for me, Callum should have been the one that goes. Some of these like Dojan Sterling should have stayed. Callum is the one that needs game time because of his injury. But people like Dojan Sterling, they should have stayed to help the squad.
If Dejan had stayed, we wouldn't be having this wing-back problem.
Good point.
Thank you.
Good
people
point,
like Dejan, people like Ampadu, they're the one that we need. We didn't need Callum. Callum should have gone and recovered properly like Ruben did with Fulham last season. So for me, I believe it's the management. It's not Tuchel. Because Tuchel at PSG, and even at Dortmund, most of the squad players were kids. He likes to play with kids because kids listen more than the pros.
The level is a little higher.
I just don't think.
We need to crack on. Listen, people in the chat. I know you guys want to come on and talk and give us your thoughts and opinions, and I will give you the opportunity. As soon as we have selected the starting lineup with the formation, I will open the lines for 20 minutes for you guys to come on and give us your thoughts and opinions about the selection that we've made and also the match tomorrow. So sit tight. Once we finish the selections, I will give you an opportunity to come on. I'm using a different screen today for... Where is it? I'm using a different screen today for the formation.
Can I say something quick before you show the formations?
Go ahead. Go on.
Yeah, Mo and Bobby, when you said we let kids go on loan and it was not a good decision, we still have Malamsa, his name is. We still have Chaluba. We still have Barkley. We still have a lot of players right now Tuchel is not using. It's not because there's not enough player or there's no quality. There's still player in the team that Tuchel just kind of using the same player that they like the same player that he likes. And so it's not a matter of the quality, the quantity. It's more like Tuchel just like this to play the same group or the same 11 or the same 13 player all the time. That's the problem.
The expectation is really high. That's what it is.
So it's even if Ampadu was here, I'm pretty sure Ampadu will play exactly the same game that Malansa has played. Or if who else? You guys, Dijon Stolly, he will not start any game. That's for sure.
Boogeyman, I think
I don't understand.
The emphasis is on the opportunity. He will get the opportunity to impress in those games that we are given to Malansa and others. I think that's the emphasis. We'll come back to this. Kasim, listen. You might be better off taking off the video and just putting it on the avatar, just the logo, because I think your internet is not stable enough to do both audio and video, and that's why we're having audio issues with you. So take off the video and just leave it as the picture. Yeah. All right. Listen, people. I want you to tell me what formation do you think Tuchel will be playing tomorrow? Are we seeing a 4 at the back formation, or are we seeing the same 3-4-3 formation?
There will be 3 at the back. Whatever it is up top is going to be different, but it's going to be 3 at the back. That's our system.
He's not changing. 3-4-3, I think.
No, we didn't even practice. Like he just said, we didn't even have a training. Really, there's no way he's changing that now.
So you all think we're gonna go with 3-4-3, or does anybody think differently?
It's going to be 3.
All right, 3-4-3 is. All right. I'm guessing we're all going for Mendy in goal, correct? Kepa's not starting against Southampton.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
all right, now, all right.
Are we
now,
starting penalty? Are we play penalty tomorrow?
I have to ask you. All right. So, who's going to be left centre back?
You should just put the staples in already. You already know, bro.
All right, but the thing is, I don't want to seem like I'm trying to force it. So,
yeah, Rudiger, another overplayed player, but yeah, he has to. Do we try Sarr?
He has to, yeah.
I don't know.
We're gonna go
no.
What, centre back? In the centre?
No, I think he'll go Chalobah.
Really?
Chalobah?
I don't know about that.
Yes, I think
in
Chalobah.
the middle.
I think
you know why? You know why? Because like Silva, like he said, Silva need rest, and
Silva
also
will not play
Southampton. He will not play tomorrow. Chalobah will play.
So you're saying Chalobah because you think that Azpi's going to play right wing back?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't think Callum will start tomorrow?
Oh no, Southampton play 4-2-4. 4-2-4. What they do, they press your defense. You cannot come out of the press. So they did it to City. That 4-2-4. That's what Conte wanted to play at Chelsea.
Yeah.
4-2-4. What you do, the best way to do, you need dribblers, or you bypass the defense and midfield.
Yeah, we talked about that in the press conference too, thinking about like trying to beat the press. He's probably going to go long, right?
Yes.
Mentioned
Either
that.
you beat the press through long ball runners or dribblers.
Yeah. Yeah, I
What's
agree.
that
Who
got to do
is
with
the
that?
center? Who is the middle center back?
hold-
Who is
Christensen.
Middle centre back is Christensen.
Yeah.
Thiago will start that game.
You made a
no
case.
way.
You made
Thiago
a
won't
case for
start
Callum.
tomorrow.
Mo, you just made a case for Callum. Dribblers. Aspi is not a dribbler.
Yeah.
I think
No.
Callum tomorrow.
Hold on, let me hear
I think
from
Callum
Mo.
will
Kasim, let me hear from Mo.
I think what Tuchel will do, Tuchel gonna use Callum and Ruben for second half. I think so. He's gonna use them for second half. I don't think they will start. That's because of he's gonna give these other players chance to prove themselves again.
All right. I'm gonna go from Bobby. I'm gonna work my way up to Boogeyman. Bobby, right now we've got Mendy, Rudiger, Christensen, and Chalobah. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah.
Okay, who would you have, or who would you think Tuchel will have as the right wing back?
I think because Tuchel always goes solid with defense, and I think he will at least start with Aspi. I may not want that, but I think he will start with Aspi. And remember, Aspi's a skipper, so he'll like him on the pitch.
Okay, fair enough.
Good point.
Julius, what's your take on the back line, and who would you see in the right wing back position?
I agree with the back line. Right wing back, it makes sense. Aspi, to be honest.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. All right, Kasim, same question.
To be fair, guy, it could be Aspi, but I want to see Callum, man. I think he's a dribbler, and Southampton press high.
Don't tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you think Tuchel is going to pick. We're picking the team that we think Tuchel is going to start tomorrow.
Aspi is going to be Aspi, though. Aspi, yeah.
All right. Couch. I think you said Aspi.
No, I didn't actually. I think.
Oh.
If what was the first game that Sal Niguez played? What game was that?
Aston Villa.
It was Villa, right? And then we had Chalobah over there, and who was the right wing back? It was Reece, right?
Callum.
It was Callum.
Yeah. Okay. I think it was Callum.
I don't think he's going to do that again, where he has an inexperienced right side. So it's either going to be Aspi at the right center back position, and Callum at the wing back position, or it's going to be Chalobah and obviously, or Aspi, because I just think that he needs somebody on that side that's experienced. But if I'm Tuchel right now and I know what the game is requiring, I'm putting Cho there. I'm putting Callum there, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
100%.
You break the bricks, man.
Like we've already seen, like we don't need 5 defenders on the pitch. We need somebody that can actually threaten them in the final third.
You know what, Dennis? I concur with you. I think we're going to see Aspi as the right centre back and Callum as the right wing back. That's how I think Tuchel is going to play it, because I think Tuchel is going to try to break the mold, and I think Callum being in that position will be.
We need Callum, man.
Is there enough height there?
Is there enough
height?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are they a big side? I can't remember. Are they?
They've got.
Oh yeah, they can jump. They can jump.
Yeah, they've got some tall players. So I don't know. Nobody else.
Bobby, you know what? Azpilicueta didn't have a fantastic game, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him being dropped, and we can see Chalobah and Callum. Bringing back some of their chemistry from
I can't see that, man. This is an important 3 points right now, man. Big 3 points.
Yeah, I agree.
Listen,
I agree with Dennis.
Big 3 points. Big game. He brought on the youngsters against Juventus in the second half in a big game.
Tuchel said
he's not afraid to do that.
He has given the player rest. So we cannot think about Aspi being tired they're all now 100% to start this game. So for me, Chalobah will sit. If Aspi is 100%. Chalobah is 100%. Aspi will start, and Callum play in front of him as
yeah, I agree.
You guys, I know we want to see Callum what we want, but can you remember if Alonso is not playing this game? You know what happened? We shot because Jorginho is not tall, Chilwell is not tall, Callum is not tall, Aspi is not tall. So who are our defenders in corners? Thiago Silva is not in the picture.
Last season, Chilwell played that position, Callum played the other position. We beat a lot of teams.
Where's their size?
I'm just saying, Tuchel said it. Tuchel said it. Sometimes the reason why he play Alonso is because of his in corners and free kick. He said that in one of his press conferences, I think end of last season. So that's what I'm telling you. If we play that defensive line with Callum, Aspi, and Chilwell, they're gonna just like what happened with Rabiot and Aspi.
But I'm trying to figure out, like,
I agree.
It's the opponent, though, right? It's the opponent. Like, who in Southampton are these giants? Like Shea Adams? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why can't we match up with them? With what we have?
The problem with Shea Adams is you might out jump him, but you will never get the ball. He jumped into you, just like Ashley Barnes. So the ball will drop. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like what happened?
I see you. But I'm trying to figure out. Like,
Aspi is not good at that. Aspi is not good at that. What Chalobah will head you on the ball. Okay, so that's why you remember in towards the back end of last season. That's why Tuchel was playing. Tuchel was playing James. Remember James, Reece James.
Mo, can I just have to say, Southampton they don't play set pieces because they lost Pastergaard. He's gone to Leicester. So they're more like they don't rely on that.
Yeah, but the guy that replaced him, you know, what's his name again? Is it a Malian or whatever? It's definitely a West African. The kid, the Swiss kid. Yeah. Yeah, he can jump. You remember he's the one that manhandled what's his name? Mikel Antonio. He's very physical and very fast, very strong.
No, he wins 25 aerials a game, so he's actually pretty decent, obviously. Shea Adams.
That's what I mean.
No, but like that's the only two guys you have to worry about, though. Shea Adams and Salisu. No. Who else is there?
No, even Betnek. Betnek is tall.
Okay, so you got three now.
And then Livramento. Livramento is taller is the same height as Alonso. Southampton is not a short team. You guys are
going to win an aerial, though.
The aerial team.
He's not an aerial guy.
Okay, tomorrow will be surprised. Let me tell you. No, he's good. He's good aerially.
If we have to listen to what Mo is saying, what that team, Burnley will be winning the EPL every season. They're all tall. Listen.
I see what he's saying. I see what he's getting at for sure. I see what he's getting at.
They do have.
Ask Man City. Ask Man City. What they did to them.
All right, people. 1 second. I gotta be quicker at doing this. Where is it? I gotta be. All right. Moving on.
Commercial break.
Moving on. Commercial break. Listen, the consensus is for Aspi to be in that position. Whether we like it or not, that's what the majority seems to think. I personally believe Callum will be there, but the majority believe Aspi will be there, so we're going to put Aspi there.
And don't remember that I said Christensen will not start. It will be Silva there, because Silva is the only defender that can break press. He will always find those passes, so I'm pretty sure Tuchel will put in that.
I agree. It's my only concern. My concern is, will he be ready? Since he played against Juventus, would he be ready to play?
According to
so
Tuchel,
quickly?
he gave them all rest. They didn't really train, so they're all fresh.
He did. But
they're probably sitting on the massage table right now.
Yeah, the man's like 73 years old, so he needs a little bit. Sorry, I meant 37 years old. Just got my numbers mixed up. Listen, Boogeyman, I'll give you the first crack at this. Left wing back.
Chua.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to tell me why?
Because I think the whole thing about not being selected in England, and the other thing is if we're playing against a team that press, we need someone that can actually control and pass the proper ball, and Alonso cannot do that. If we put Alonso there, it was going to be penalty. He's going to get red card because, in fact, if a team is pressing Alonso, that's when he commits a lot of fault.
Well said.
missing the ball like 50-50, and he will get yellow.
Yeah,
And,
I agree with Bogey.
Well
Does
said.
anyone want to make a case for Marcos Alonso, or are we sticking with Ben Chilwell on the left wing back position?
I can make it a case for why not Alonso. How about that?
Go ahead. I'll listen to that. Go ahead.
If we saw what City did with the high press and Alonso in that system, and we expect the same sort of like endeavor and like just like aggressiveness from Southampton, I can't see how you play Alonso again after seeing that. Just because he's the furthest thing from press resistant, the furthest thing. And we're going to need somebody that can move the ball quickly infield and then also push back their attackers as well. And I can only see Chilwell using his pace that way. Whereas you can't make the same argument for Alonso. Like in possession.
I think as well, Dennis Redman, he played in that front three as well on the right hand side for them. So it's very quick.
Yeah, that's true too.
All right. Fantastic. All right, listen, people, we are 22 subscribers away from 8K. 22 subscribers away. So if you haven't subscribed, you're watching the stream, you're enjoying it, do us a favor and hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot. Let's get the 8,000 subscriber milestone on stream live. All right, listen, central midfielders. We saw some bad performances from Jorginho and Kovačić in the last game. Now, those bad performances, it wasn't. I don't know what's the word here. It wasn't something that they normally do. Kovačić is a fantastic player. Jorginho is a fantastic player. It was a bad game. Are we seeing drastic changes in the middle? Kante is out, so we know Kante ain't playing. Are we seeing one of them being dropped? Are we seeing Loftus-Cheek? Are we seeing Saul Niguez? Are we seeing, I don't know, something else? I'm going to say welcome to Eric Blue and get him to kick us off on the central midfielders.
Yeah, hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Good, man.
Good, welcome.
May, all right.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure.
To be honest, I would like to see something very different now. I want to see Mount and Loftus-Cheek.
What?
That's not different. That's world changing. That's Twilight Zone, X-Files thing, man. Mason Mount and I don't know. I don't know. In this game,
yes. In this game, yeah, I want to see that. Jorginho needs a rest. He has been poor. Kovačić, he was good at the start of the season, but he's starting to have poor performances as well. So I think they both need to be left out for this one. Maybe they'll come off the bench, but I want to see something different. I want Mount in there as soon as possible. I think he can play in the pivots. Some people don't think he can play there.
Mount is in there. I'll tell you this for a fact. Mount will be starting tomorrow. But do you think he'll be starting in the pivot? Really?
I'm not too bothered where he starts. I just want him to start, but because of the other players, I think I want to see Mount in the pivots. I think some people don't think he can play there, but I think he can. I really do.
Depends on his partner, I think.
Yeah.
You know what? Since we're doing this, we might as well just say Mount and Barkley, because Barkley can do a job in the pivot.
Ooh.
I don't think Barkley is as good defensively as Loftus-Cheek. So that's the main reason why Loftus-Cheek is there. And Loftus-Cheek has been.
So are we seeing Barkley further off the pitch?
Yeah, 100%.
Depends.
This is agenda talking, man. I'm not advocating for it. I'm trying to put something out there to get you guys. Like I said, think outside the box. I think we're gonna see, Eric. What you're saying, I kind of agree with, and I kind of disagree with. I do believe that there is a case to be made for Ruben Loftus-Cheek to start in the pivot, but I don't think Mason Mount will start in the pivot. And you know why I don't think Mason Mount will start in the pivot? Because Mason Mount, right now, he is in one of those positions where he's underperformed when he was on the last game. he's had this injury. You don't want him to be coming back in a position that is not quite his own, and have him underperform in his game back, because that will have repercussions. So I think Mount will be in this team, but he'll be up the pitch. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I can see it happening, possibly with Jorginho. Possibly.
I mean, you say in his position, but the position Mount plays for Chelsea under Tuchel isn't necessarily his position. You know, he's better deeper in the pitch, in my opinion. I think
Mount is a number 8. Mount is a number 8, but we don't have 8s in our team. We have 6s and we have 10s.
So he's probably better as a 10 than as a 6, maybe. But then who else would be in that pivot position with Loftus-Cheek? Because I don't really. Jorginho needs a rest, man. I don't think he's. I don't believe.
Saúl Ñíguez.
No, I don't.
Kovačić.
Yeah, Kovačić, maybe if he plays. I don't know. He's based on his last two performances. He doesn't seem like he's. I don't know. It's weird because he hasn't played as many games. But
I'll say something crazy. How about if we want to go and think outside the box, we'll get Azpilicueta in that right centre back, Callum on the right wing back, and have Chalobah play with Loftus-Cheek in the
Not in this game. Not in this game.
Not in this game. No, you can't.
Played him against Juventus.
Juventus was not pressing.
Yeah,
like that's the biggest difference. He has time to control the ball.
You think Southampton will be pressing us?
Oh yeah.
They're going to.
They like to press.
They're going to press us relentlessly high.
For whatever he's
Thank you very much.
He said that the key to playing against Chelsea is a high press, so they're going to try and press. I think that centre mid will be Georgie and Ruben, and then maybe he'll swap Georgie with Kovačić in the second half. There's no other way he's going to play it.
Yeah, I think Mount is more important for us higher up the pitch, so that makes sense.
Absolutely.
All right.
I think it will be Georgie Kovačić.
I'm coming to you, Boogeyman. I'm coming to you, Julius, central midfielders. All right, Julius is away. Kasim, central midfielders.
Oh, yeah, mate. It's a tricky one, mate. It really is. I can see Loftus-Cheek start. I think it's gonna be Jorginho, mate. Jorginho and Loftus-Cheek, I think.
Okay. All right, Dennis.
I think cover leader is definitely.
All right, fair enough, Kasim. Jorginho and Loftus-Cheek. Dennis.
All right. I'm going to say the same, but I wanted to just like bring up what who was it that said it?
Eric Blue?
Was it Eric? Yeah, Eric. Sorry. About the two eights in that position. That game against Juve, I actually thought that instead of having 2 6s on the pitches, we needed 2 8s. And when we're playing low block defenses, I don't understand why we have 2 holders and then 3 defenders behind them. You know, you need more people that can have presence in the box, guys that can actually get have more influence in the final third than what we had in Jorginho and Kovačić. So I like the reason why I liked the idea of putting Mason Mount and Ruben there is for that reason. But I just don't think this is going to be the game for it, just because
exactly
this press is going to be relentless, and you don't want to put guys that are uncomfortable with breaking the press in that low, those 2 6 positions. I think we need to put somebody there that is comfortable on the ball.
Okay, who is our most press resistant player? Who is our most press resistant? Jorginho?
For me,
Kovačić?
Yeah. No, Kovačić. Kovačić as well, for sure.
I think it's Jorginho right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, Georgie's vulnerable to the press.
I think so. I think so. Kovačić is the best. Is the best player when it comes to
resist the press.
press resistant.
Generally,
and I think
yes, correct.
I think Mason Mount is the best player when it comes to counter press. So we'll get to that.
But
We'll get to that.
with Ruben
Mohammed.
there, Ruben will resist the press
Yeah.
because he's good on the ball. Very
he's
good on
strong.
the ball.
That's
Thing
why
is,
maybe Ruben and Kovacic should have been a better partnership.
That could happen.
The problem.
It could happen, yeah.
The
I
problem
want
is-
Southampton to press us. I really do. I know they're going to, and I want them to because they have weaknesses, and they're going to tire out. You know, it's not the same as Man City pressing up, high up the pitch. They're going to leave themselves pretty wide open at the back if they try that.
I'm not too sure, Bobby. They pressed Manchester City and
you
they got
watch how
out 1 point.
You watch them. You watch their previous games. Every time they move forward, they're always hit at the back. They're not that fast. They're pretty slow and they're easily turned. So let them press us.
I agree, man. We can break the press. We've proven that we can do it before.
Yeah.
We didn't do it against Manchester City.
That was a completely
They're
different
not Man
press.
City.
Completely different press.
I want to hear Mohammed's thoughts on this.
Yeah, for me, it's like I said, it's two ways you beat the press. It's either a dribbler or runners. So with this one, I think he will go with Georgie and cover. If it was me, I will go with Ruben and cover because you can beat the press with their dribble. So, because Manchester City, the reason why Manchester City struggled against them was passing. They're comfortable with you passing. You cannot pass a press because that's what happened to us as well against Man City. We were trying to beat the press with the passing. You don't beat the press with the passing. You dribble past them because by beating one or two players, what you do, you change their formation. But if the press is good, you cannot beat them with short passing. And that's what Manchester City struggled against Southampton.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. Because
any team that try to pass, you cannot pass around them. You can beat them with the running or dribbling, but not pass around them.
I just wanted to quickly mention. I think Tuchel in the press conference, he was saying that you beat the press with the long balls as well as the. So that's another way.
He said individual quality and long balls.
We didn't do it well. We didn't do it well. Boogeyman, what's your thoughts on the central midfielders?
I would like to have Kovacic and Ruben, but if we're going to say what Tuchel is going to do, it's going to be Kovacic and Jorginho. And the only way to beat the press, in fact, is for Mason Mount and whoever is going to play up front or close to Lukaku to open the game, not to run into Jorginho and Kovacic feet, trying to take the ball from. Open the game, take spaces. That's all it is. Because they will find you. And that's the biggest mistake we did against City.
Okay. Well, right now, most people have gone for, everyone pretty much has gone for Jorginho, and the majority have gone for Ruben. I think we should be looking at Kovacic and Ruben, but with the press conference,
that's a big shot. I can see that happening too. By the way, that's a big shout.
Kovacic and Ruben.
Yeah.
I like that, but I think Jorginho will be there.
Yeah, he's usually the quarterback for breaking the press, so that's why I think that he might be there. But I agree with Mo. I think that like dribblers and guys that are comfortable on the ball.
Good. I think
sorry, Boogeyman. Also, I think moving forward, attacking wise, I think Kovacic will be essential for this game. I think maybe Jorginho will be a little bit restricted, and but maybe Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek might be too aggressive. Maybe, I don't know. Go on, Boogeyman. Let me hear it. You're on mute, Boogeyman. You're on mute.
I want to say something. I said, if we go with Ruben and Kovacic in the middle, I'm still thinking that Thiago will be behind, because Thiago is a good passer and he has eye for opening. If you open yourself to Thiago, he will give you the ball, and that's pretty much what Jorginho also do. So if Christensen is here, I'm pretty sure Tuchel will put Jorginho in the middle. But if Ruben and Kovacic start, I'm pretty sure that Thiago will be behind them. because we need that person that calm the thing down just by passing also. And Thiago can do it as a Jorginho. Those are the only two good passers we have in the team. That's what I was going to say.
Also,
Okay.
good point.
Yeah. Guys, Mount on the left or on the right?
Well, it depends on who's coming in, right?
So tell me who's coming in.
If I'm Tuchel, I'm playing Werner myself. I'm playing Werner, but
I think Werner could start here. This is a game for Werner, and he did well against them last season.
Scored a brace last season. Yep.
How did he do in the away match?
I don't even know. Did he play? To be honest,
did he play?
I can't remember.
It was a 1-1 draw. Mount scored a penalty. Can't remember if he played.
Yeah, well, he was typical Timo, wasn't he? He probably did what he's been doing and missed out.
The away match, if you guys can remember, they changed their tactics. Remember, the first game was against Lampard. What Lampard did, we beat them with the long passes over the top to Werner, the one, remember? That's how we beat them. We beat them through the long passes on the side.
So he learned from that. It was 3-3.
No, sorry, we drew. All our goals came from long passes, remember? To the front, and then we hit them. So he learned from that. The second game, what he did, remember, he did a low block. Werner didn't see even a single ball. And Tammy came in second half, crosses, he missed 2 headers, and all the fans turned on him like he killed somebody. Yeah, and Cho was substituted after 20 minutes coming back on. So that was the day. So the second game, he did a low block.
This is the funny thing about Southampton. They're going to try and do what people like Juve do. You know, they will either come with a high press, which I don't advise for them because they can be turned big time. They need to be careful doing that with Chelsea. Or if he recognizes that danger, he will go low block, which I also don't advise because after what happened with Juve, I don't think Chelsea are going to tolerate another team messing them up with a low block. So it's going to be a conundrum for them. It really is. It really is. And we need to select a team that will deal with both circumstances.
I just think Chelsea, during the last 5 games, we were not good in the first half. So it's just we made a good organized team and coached by good coaches. That's why we lost those last 2 games. So against Southampton, I'm confident, but again, and I'm worried also at the same time. So anybody that say they're not going to do this because we're going to hit them, I don't even know what Chelsea is going to do tomorrow. So,
that's a good point. But like I think the key is with those first halves that you're talking about is tempo and rhythm. We have to establish a tempo that Southampton can't play at. And for me, that starts with Jorginho. Like he's got to be that guy. He's got to be the guy that sets a tempo for us to just play a high enough tempo that they can't live with us. And if we do that, I think we'll be successful. But we start out lethargic and we move the ball slowly and all that other stuff that we've been seeing the last little while. I don't think that we're going to win this match.
So, coach, what you just say, I just want to make sure that are you advocating for Jorginho to be in the starting lineup, or you don't want him?
I am because
you want him. Okay, good.
He's usually the guy that sets a tempo, but the last few matches, I will say this on the back of that, the last few matches, he hasn't really been good at that. Like we've been playing really slow and lethargically. Especially
I want to ask you guys a question. Listen, when a team is pressing you, one of the tools that you can use to relieve some of that pressure is by having them being worried about balls being played behind them.
Yep.
By having a pacey attack, by having people in attack that will make you think twice about pressing too far off the pitch. Correct?
Right.
Yep. Right. Absolutely.
Right. So who do we have that can do that?
By Timo Werner. Your chances.
Werner.
There you go.
Mount.
So in that case, the next player on here should be Timo, correct?
Yeah, it needs to be Werner on the right. I think I prefer Mount to be on the left.
Yeah,
definitely.
And Lukaku is going to give them a headache.
Sorry. Mount on the right.
No. The way it was. Yeah.
Really?
Mount on the left.
I don't think I've ever seen Timo play on the right. Has he?
I
No,
think he has once or
Ma-
twice for
Ma-
Tuchel.
No, switch it.
I think Mount is more accustomed to playing on the right, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mount on the right and Timo on the left.
Yeah.
Whatever. However, I think they'll switch anyway. They'll keep moving around. So
Well, even Mount's going to play in behind the two of them, anyways. If we play with two strikers, so he's going to be like more of that number 10-8 anyway. So
exactly. Yeah.
My concern is the only real width, unless Callum plays on as a right wing back, the only real width will come from Chile on the left,
yeah,
which
that's a problem.
could be a bit of a problem. Yeah, but I think we've got. Listen, if we pick the right team and we go out there with the right attitude, honestly, we've got more than enough to give them a real headache. I mean, they're in a conundrum. It's stick or twist for them. Do we go forward? Do we go back? Do we stick? Do we twist? It's a big problem for them, honestly. It really is.
Bobby, yeah, I understand that, but we're not converting our chances. If Timo, they're going to just leave the space to Timo, he's not going to score. So why would they worry about pressing us?
Timo's
I think that's the best. I think that's the best formation. Yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah,
I wanted to bring up
Mason Mount would be better suited to be more central, playing just behind Werner and Lukaku. I think this is probably the way we're gonna set up tomorrow.
And I think him dovetailing off of Mount would be dope too, because Ruben Loftus-Cheek dovetailing off of Mount would be nice too, because like Mount doesn't always have to be in that 18. He can give some of that responsibility to Ruben to get forward and get into the box and have presence there as well. So that
is
interchanging. Yeah.
But did Tuchel say Pulisic is still injured? Is he still injured?
He's still injured.
Yeah.
He's out. He's out.
Really? Oh gosh!
I wanted to go.
He's not even going on international duty.
No, he's not. I wanted to go on a quick tangent, just if I may. People were talking about some people I was listening to were telling me about Lukaku, and they were saying he should get, he should be managed better. Tuchel is playing him too much. He's not coming off the bench. He's playing 90 full matches, 90 minutes. Maybe he should be rested against Southampton. So I was just wondering what you guys think. I just wondering what you guys think about that. If we can afford to do that.
To rest him against Southampton, who's going to score the goals?
That's what I was asking.
To be fair, we've had 12 different goal scorers this season, so we haven't just relied on Lukaku. And there's value in that. There really is. It's just that I think Lukaku will scare them.
Sorry, Bobby. If you're going to invest him, if you're going to invest him, you're not going to invest him for international break. You're going to invest him for you. If we invest him now, we're investing him for Belgium. We're not investing him for us. So I don't see that happening.
Why does Lukaku need a rest? Lukaku is most of the time walking on the field. He's not running all the time. Why do we need a rest? No, seriously, I'm not trying to be I'm not trolling here.
No, it's
why
true.
do Lukaku need a rest? He's the guy that walked the most, doesn't chase.
Like, do you people think he's been overplayed so far? Because I don't think he's
overplayed. How? The number of how at the end of the game we say this guy has done 14 kilometers on the field today. Lukaku, I'm pretty sure less than one kilometer or something. The guy just been walking. We see that.
People. One second. I gotta find this. I gotta be quick. All right.
And you say you're not trolling.
We have the lines open now. The lines are open for the people in the chat to jump on. The link has been pinned in the chat, and we have our first guest, and it's the regular now. He's become a regular. It's Easy Smoke. Easy Smoke, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Hi guys. Hi.
Hey.
I've been bitterly disappointed with Chelsea for the past 2 games, to be honest with you.
You're a strange Liverpool fan, man. You're a little bit strange, I have to say. Most Liverpool fans hate Chelsea.
I don't.
He's got a Chelsea shirt underneath that tracksuit top, man. He's just hiding.
Look, guys,
the fact
that you're here every
Champions League game with
telling for me,
half shirt Chelsea.
You're here talking Chelsea every week, bro. Like,
One second. Listen, Dennis, he might get one, because right now we have a giveaway on this channel. It's a season-long giveaway. Every time Chelsea win 10 matches, we're going to give away a Chelsea shirt to one of the fans. And one of the fans, he's got to be interacting. He's got to be coming on, talking to us, following us on Twitter, subscribing to the channel. And Easy Smoke is doing that. That being said, there is no way that I'm buying a Liverpool shirt, so I'm going to buy him a Chelsea shirt if he wins. If he wins,
come over to Chelsea. We'll make sure you never walk alone.
You know, you don't want to go there. But, you know, to be honest with you guys, you know, I do see Chelsea changing things around. But, you know, we just got to have faith, guys. You know, we got to trust the process because, you know, building a great team is not happening overnight. I mean,
Easy Smoke.
It takes time.
Don't tell us to trust the process, because that's what we're telling the Arsenal fans when it comes to Mikel Arteta. So when you say it to us, it kind of makes me feel a little bit uneasy, mate.
No,
Thank you, Mo.
We'll
give a knows what I'm talking about.
You know, I've been getting your guys speaking earlier on, and you were talking about players being burnt out. You know, if you look at Liverpool, I mean, Klopp doesn't change the team at all, and that makes me frustrated. I mean, he plays Salah for 90 minutes. He doesn't give Taki a chance. I mean, our players have been overplayed, and that's a worry with me. I mean, I'm same with your Chelsea guys.
You know what's funny? I'm wondering what you guys are going to do in January when Salah and Mane are gone. Like, what are you going to do in that attack? You know, like
exactly.
Any of those guys.
Exactly, and no summer signings, which makes it even worse. So I don't see what's the issue with Klopp.
Wow. Well, Easy Smokes, always a pleasure to have you on.
No, before he goes.
Go on, Eric, ask him.
Yeah, just what are your thoughts ahead of the Liverpool v Man City match?
Good call.
You know, to be honest with you, I see that as an open context. I don't see Man City parking the bus. I do see it's going to be a high-scoring game, considering Liverpool's tremendous defending against Brentford last week. And I do see Liverpool maybe edging at a 4-3.
So is Trent's out indefinitely, correct?
I mean, Trent, I don't want to even go with Trent. I mean, Trent has been playing the shittiest balls. I don't care even if he got the most assists out of the past few games, but still, I mean, his crossing has been not up to standards, and he's just been making mistakes in the back.
But he is out.
Yes,
indefinitely.
Yes, he is out.
My fantasy team.
Definitely.
Okay, I don't listen to the Liverpool news, so I need that. And then who comes in for him on that side? Are they gonna play that Tsimikas or whatever?
No, Tsimikas plays on Robertson's side. That's on the left back. For Arnold, I'll say Milner. Milner will come back. 35-year-old player coming into full. The 22-year-old boots. I mean, tremendous by James Milner, and he covers the most distance in the pitch for
that guy is
the 90 minutes.
Else, man. He's something else.
True, man. Superb play over the years. I mean, a true legend of the Premier League.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Easy Smoke, I hope the game finishes in a draw. It would make it a lot easier for us, a lot better for us. So best of luck, and we'll talk to you afterwards, mate. Thanks for coming on.
No problem, guys. Hope to see you all soon. Take care, guys.
Take care, brother.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. You know what? Easy Smoke, his passion for Chelsea, you know, he's...
There's something suspect there, man. The man keeps coming on talking Chelsea, man.
Yeah.
You don't see
I have to say something. Sorry. When I came to study in Manchester City were in the second division, and because of their fans, the way they were treated, I hated United so much because I'm a Chelsea fan. And I have sympathy for them, because even my university, like the sports center, Manchester University or Manchester, it was all in collaboration with Man City. So Man City, like in the local team in Manchester, like they participated in a lot of things in the community. Like if you go into the gym, they were. So I kind of have a soft spot for them until they were bought out by the Abu Dhabi group. But all through that time, I used to look out for the result because Manchester United fans will mock them out. So like it was everybody that's not United fan. Their second team was City until City become rich. Now they're competing with Chelsea. I don't like them, but still I cannot hate them because of I know what they were like the help they were doing. They were the community club in Manchester. They did a lot of stuff. So sometimes I can understand how you have a little bit of soft spot for a team, not because of you like them, it's because of their story. You know.
Yeah,
So
no, I have a similar story when it comes to Leeds United because that's where I grew up. I grew up in Leeds,
oh yeah.
and I also like Newcastle because of a few of their players from back in the day. So yeah, I mean, you can like a team, you just don't have to, support them or
No, I don't
it's
support them.
okay.
Not
Yeah,
support.
yeah. Listen, lads. So this is the team. This is the team. By the way, lines are going to remain open for another 10 minutes. So if anybody wants to jump in, you're welcome to do so. This is the team that's going to be taking on Southampton tomorrow, as we predict. How do you think the system is going to be played? What kind of system, what kind of attack, what kind of defense, what kind of mentality, what kind of approach are we going to have for this game? Because let's be honest, we do not want to see a first half like we had in the Premier League recently. How is Tuchel going to change that? What's Tuchel going to do?
Can I just start off? I think I need to. I'll be away for like 5 minutes after this, but
Okay.
just to start, yeah. I was thinking about what Bobby said, and I think he even mentioned it when Lampard was still here about certain games where you don't have to try and play a team off the park. You have to, just play, sensibly, play smart, make it boring if you have to, and just get the result. And as much as I would like that to be the case, I feel as if Tuchel tried to do that against Man City, and it didn't work. It just looked like we were trying to get a 0-0 result. That's what it looked like. So I'm not sure exactly how that can work in the future, but for this game, we just need to have we need to have a very good performance. We need to play well and we need to win. So I would like us to play the way we played against Crystal Palace, the first match of the season. The way we moved the ball in the first half, it was a lot of speed, high tempo. It would be nice to see that again. So that's what I'm hoping for the first half. And I just think if we just maintain a certain level of aggression, with the way we're playing, I don't think Southampton will be able to cope. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Can I just get come on the back of Eric there? Like, I agree. I got to go pick up my son, so I'm just going to jump in and then say my goodbyes, guys. But I agree with the intensity. Like the last time we saw a really up-tempo, squad from Chelsea was that Crystal Palace game where we just came out guns blazing in the first half and we looked like we were ready to play football. Since then, I haven't really seen a performance like that. But with that said, like we can say what we want about City. I don't think that what we did, it wasn't so much about what we did as much as it was what City did. Like we have to commend them for the performance that they put on there. Like they pressed us relentlessly for about 75 minutes. So even Tuchel said it himself. He's like, it's not so much about what we were doing as how they played the game, how they approached the game that made it so difficult for us to get in the game. So that's kind of how I see it. I think that tomorrow we need to just come out and play at a high intensity. Like I said, just make sure that we're playing at the tempo that they can't live with. Like we have the players that are capable of doing that. We have the ability to play direct. We have the ability to play with like interplay, like playing it into feet and stuff like that. We have the players on the pitch for that. However we decide to play, however we decide to approach the game, just make sure the intensity is high. That's all I want to see. High intensity. We're at home. We lost 2 games. We're going into the international break. There's nothing to hold on to right now. Just put all your energy into this, and we should be able to come away winners 2-0. Easy. Come on, Chelsea. All right, guys. I got to let you go, but let's talk again tomorrow, I guess.
Tomorrow after the game. Yeah, half an hour after the game we'll talk.
All right, guys.
Cheers.
Justin, coach.
Thanks, guys.
Take care, brother. Take care. Cheers, Dennis. Yeah, we will be streaming literally half an hour after the final whistle tomorrow. So don't be expecting me to stream late. it will be literally half an hour after we beat Southampton. We will be streaming tomorrow. I think overthinking it will be a problem. Do you guys think Tuchel's gonna be overthinking it tomorrow? Let me get Julius in here. Julius, are you still here? Julius?
Nope.
I think Julius is gone. Mo, are we going to be overthinking it tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. And I think tomorrow when we have the ball, it will be a 4-2-4 as well. I believe Chilwell will join the attack when we have the ball, and Aspi will stay. So I think when we have the ball, and when we don't have the ball, that's when we will go back to our normal position. I think he will make it simple because he's gonna make it a simple game. It's just whether the players will have this energy to execute it. That's the only thing. If they play with the same energy, if they match Southampton in energy, we'll beat them. But if they don't, it's a long day.
All right, Bobby. Is Tuchel going to be? Oh, I think Bobby's got. He said he's gone for a couple of minutes. Boogeyman, do you think overthinking might be an issue?
Overthinking can be an issue. It was Eric Blue that says it was Couch that said he would like to see us come gun blazing because of the game we played against Crystal Palace. The game against Crystal Palace, Lukaku was not at Chelsea then, right? It was Timo Werner that will play up front. So we can all say we have to go press. But I don't think Tuchel has the team to press. No, in the fact that the quality is not there, but I think the only fact that Lukaku is the centerpiece of our attack, we're never going to be able to press. That's why Mount starting there make it a little difficult for me because he's always going to try to be behind Lukaku, which make our system defensive in its own. Because we don't want to have too many people in that midfield. Just free the midfield, take the open space and run at them. That's what we did against Crystal Palace back then. But Werner was our striker back then. So overthinking or not, Tuchel has no choice. He has to overthink. He wants to press, but we have Lukaku. How do you conciliate those two things? It's complicated for him. I'm not sure. He has to overthink this. It's just too complicated at this to manage.
You see, I think Lukaku will help in holding the ball up, but he will be. But how do you incorporate that with the high press?
Yeah, that's what I cannot figure out myself, and I don't think Tuchel has figured that out also, because you cannot press with Lukaku. He can't. And when you put Mount there, Mount just keeps running into empty spaces. And in fact, he just kind of free other place. He gave a chance for the other team to counter attack us. So it's complicated. The dude does not press. That's the biggest issue we have right now. And so I think Tuchel has to be really smart, at least the positioning of Lukaku. I said that last time also. He has to position himself in a way that when the other two press, or there's only one condition where they press, when Lukaku is in the center and a little retreat, and then the other guy press. No, Lukaku like just walking on one side of the thing and people pressing, and they're going to go around us. It's difficult to press with that team. Our Chelsea team last year, and even before Lukaku come to that, we press relentlessly, like the City did to us last time.
You know, one thing that I think was lacking is the player that can link the attack, and I think having Timo Werner with Mason Mount just behind and to the side of Lukaku will enable us to have that connection and have that link. I'll let you guys address that in a second. I have someone coming on. Samuel is coming on. Give me a second. I'll get him in the stream. Samuel, how you doing? Oh, I guess Samuel isn't doing too good. He just left. All right. So tell me, guys, how you think the link is going to happen between Timo Werner and Mason Mount. Do you see this as being the answer to the problem that we had linking Lukaku to these opportunities? And you know what? Lukaku and Mason Mount did in the past link quite well. Some of the passes didn't come off, but at least they were attempting to link and try to play together. And as you know, with time, chemistry builds. So I think Mason Mount, Timo Werner, Lukaku could work tomorrow. Thoughts?
Yeah, but just before I answer that, like Boogeyman, you always talk about Lukaku's lack of pressing. We play with Giroud. Giroud get us into the Champions League, Lampard first season. He doesn't press. Okay, and we play.
We play for who?
We play with Giroud, Olivier Giroud. He doesn't press. And
but
Tammy
Lampard
Abraham
game is not based on pressing.
No, yeah. Let me just when we look at football, most people think because of somebody is running around, they're pressing. That's what Timo Werner does. He runs around. He doesn't press. Pressing is closing the angle like Mount. Kai Havertz is the other one. No, he run around, but he doesn't press. Pressing is closing the angle that the other passing cannot pass. But running around is not pressing. Kai Havertz is the second one. Is the second best presser after Mount. Okay, Hakim Ziyech doesn't press. He run around. Okay, Tammy Abraham doesn't press. They run around. Running around and pressing are different. Pressing is when you stop the ball from coming out. If the ball can come out, you're not pressing. You're just running around. That's what. If you watch Timo Werner play, just check it. Have you ever seen Timo Werner's press stop somebody from coming out? No. They always play out.
No,
I've seen last season.
Timo Werner.
Run around.
Sorry, Boogeyman, just give me a second. No, I agree with you, Mo. I agree with you. Timo Werner doesn't press. But Timo Werner stops press. Timo Werner's pace, him getting behind the defense, makes the press less effective against us. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. But what I'm saying, Boogeyman insisting on press. This Chelsea team, the presses in our forward line is Kai Havertz, and Mason Mount. Even Christian Pulisic cannot press. Just check him when next game he plays. Just pay attention on him. They always beat him. That's not pressing. Pressing.
How do you define pressing? Pressing, you have one guy or two guys running to the person that has the ball, and the other one covering all the possibility. That's pressing. You cannot
just look.
It's when we're pressing, I've been watching the game for so long. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
When the three presses are going, like Mount is going with cover, or when Mount is going with, let's say, example, Mount is pressing with Ziyech, with Kai Havertz, even last season. Just check who they go through. Is the one that's running around pretending to be pressing? They will go through Ziyech. If it's Mount and Pulisic and Kai, they go through Pulisic. If it's Mount and Werner and Havertz, they go through.
We're just going to disagree. We just to agree to disagree.
Okay,
No. I've been watching. Listen, can I say something? Press is a teamwork. Like this is what I'm trying to. I've seen Timo many times running. The defender will pass the ball to the goal, and Timo many times running from that defender, trying to put some pressure on the goalie. At the same time, you see Mount covering pretty much all the possibility of passes. That is pressing. Even sometimes when the guy that is taking the ball, you see Mount running after him, who caught all the possibility. Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, and sometimes even if Pulisic on the field. As a pressing is a team job, and you cannot just say Timo doesn't press. If Timo does not press, the entire front line will not be able to press. The press.
Let me just give it. You see, you just proved my point. He runs to the goalkeeper. But if a goalkeeper is a right foot, you run in towards their left foot. You're not pressing. That's what Timo does. He doesn't read the ball. If a goalkeeper is a left foot, Timo press through the goalkeeper in the middle. You have to cut the passing lane. Running around doesn't mean you're pressing. You see, that's why Tuchel was upset with Callum. You remember Callum? He took him out after 20 minutes. And everybody was going about like, hey, Callum is pressing. He wasn't pressing. What he was doing, he was running around. Running around and pressing are different. It's like when somebody say, Callum Hudson-Odoi, that day when he was substituted and substituted back out. Go and watch the game. He was running around.
Timo did not score last season. Timo's best quality is pressing. Nobody on this nobody on this panel or no Chelsea fan is going to come and tell me Timo just run around. That's
I'm
no
not
press.
talk,
It does not
I'm
make
not
any
talking.
sense to me. I mean,
Okay,
you're just gonna
tomorrow
agree to disagree.
we'll come back after the match. Even if we win, hopefully you will see what I'm talking. Kasim,
Now,
everybody on this panel, pay attention on what Timo Werner does. You will see what I'm talking about. Pressing is closing the angle. If you run to somebody, you don't close an angle. It's like, because what you're doing is
there
you're
is no
creating a
player.
space
There is
behind
no
you.
player in EPL that run to a goalkeeper and try not to cover one angle. Like most of the time when they run, they don't run directly to perpendicularly to the goalkeeper. They all run in
Timo
the angle,
does.
trying to prevent the
Timo
goalkeeper
does.
to pass. Timo does that all the time. Every player on this earth that play professional does that. Even me in Sunday League, I do
I
that.
want to hear
Okay.
someone different from Boogeyman and Mohammed talk about Timo's press. Let me bring in Bobby. Bobby, let me hear your thoughts on this. Bobby.
I'm just
Bobby's
trying to
not here.
unmute myself.
Oh, there he is. Go on, Bobby.
Well, I understand what they're both saying. I really do. I do agree with Boogeyman that Timo does press. His running around, as it were, does constitute the first part of the press from the forward line. He does put pressure, he really does. But his greatest strength is because he's so elusive, he has them looking over their shoulder and looking backwards and reluctant to press us, just as Mo said. I still think tomorrow's game is made for Werner. And I heard the question, does Werner and Mount need to build up a relationship? Well, they've been playing together for a whole season. Their relationship in the Champions League final was excellent. So that's not the problem. The problem is
I misspoke, Bobby. I meant Lukaku.
well, that's where the issue lies. How do you use a man like Lukaku? He's not going to press for you. He's not going to run around too much. We brought him to score goals, and that's what he's come to do. Now, we need a bit more from him. How do we get that? I'm not too sure, but I do think that if he has people like Werner around him, foils like Werner, we have a better chance of seeing a more productive Lukaku than what we've seen, at least in the past 2 games. But he hasn't done that badly. I mean, I'm not too surprised by what he's doing because I didn't expect much more from Lukaku. I really didn't. Should we change him sometimes? Most definitely. Should we change him tomorrow? No.
All right.
Bobby, why not change him tomorrow? I don't.
Because there's no point resting him or whatever we want to do.
Okay,
for
resting.
Belgium.
Okay, well, not for Belgium,
And
but I'm just thinking the Crystal Palace game as a reference. Lukaku was not in our team.
No, his presence will worry Southampton. We need to keep them. What we need to do is have teams looking back, not looking forwards. What the mistake we made with Man City, and I don't like looking backwards because what's happened, and I think we'll see a different Chelsea tomorrow, was that in the first half against us, City weren't made to turn. It was all forward. They were pressing. And I kept on waiting for the one person that would just look up and play the ball over the top. If we'd done that once or twice, they wouldn't have pressed us so much. But each time there wasn't even the opportunity to do that because it always seemed as if Lukaku was behind a defender and Havertz the same. So, I want to forget that game. But, if we do that tomorrow, loop it over the top if they dare press us, and I really hope they do, I think they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, Lukaku was playing hide and seek.
I wanna bring in DJ Sav because I know DJ Sav has a lot to say on Timo. I've been reading his comments. DJ Sav, how you doing, my man? DJ Sav, can you hear me? DJ? Alright, I need to find out who's actually here and who's not here. Alright, let's start. Julius, are you here? Julius. Alright, Julius is not here. I'm going to remove him from the stream. DJ is not here. Eric, are you here, mate? Eric, can you hear me? Eric is not here. Move him from the stream. All right. I know Bobby's here, and I can see Boogeyman, and I can see Mo. All right, that's better.
Yeah, so Mo, can I say this about the Crystal Palace game?
Yeah.
We all forgot because it's 3-0. When the game started, our forward line, they was coughing the ball, miskicking, mispassing, until Alonso scored a free kick. Okay. And Pulisic scrambled the Werner. Is it who miskicked? Is it Werner or somebody? Yeah, Werner miskicked the ball. And Pulisic scrambled it in, the second goal. And Chalobah scored the Waldy. So paper over the crack. But Boogeyman always go back to that, saying that Lukaku wasn't playing. That game wasn't won by our front line. It was won by our defenders. So let's be realistic. That cannot carry on. Okay, that
the game was won by the defenders, right?
The defenders. And the defenders were the one that create all the chances, not our forward line. Go and watch the game again. I'm telling you this. Okay, but Lukaku is being blamed for everything since he came back.
Yeah, but the game
was our defenders and the midfield, not our attackers.
So what were our attacker doing? They didn't press. They didn't protect them. They just
didn't do
around.
Nothing. They misplaced passes.
Yeah, right. You make me laugh.
Yeah, they do. Okay, Boogeyman, just go and check. What pass did the attackers combine on? At that Crystal Palace, can you remember any chance that was created? Any chance that Werner had, or any chance, anything more? Can you remember? Because in a match like that, you won 3-0. You remember something brilliant. Can you?
I mean,
there was no combination.
But listen, I'm not going to start thinking about what happened in Crystal Palace game. I know that game was an exceptional game. The entire team moved the ball fast, and the pass was really fast, and that's why Alonso scored. Yeah. And then Pulisic put it in, and then Chalobah scored that free kick, crazy free. No, it wasn't a free kick.
Okay.
That shoot. But listen,
look.
Yeah, but listen, long way.
I think.
But that game, sorry, go ahead.
Go on, carry on, carry on.
So that game, at least I saw something, a team performance. Everybody, I know Pulisic has to be replaced at one time, and I was just like, oh, you should just leave it in. But other than that, for the only thing I can remember that I saw a team performing, like the Crystal Palace have no chance to even destroy or do anything to our midfielder. Right now, our midfield, since Lukaku come to this team, midfield is exposed most of the time. Team are having chances on us, and something like that never happened before. Yeah, I mean, you can say, Alonso and Chalobah are the one that scored the goals, and the defender they won the game, but that Crystal Palace game, I don't think Crystal Palace has that many chances on us. They can't, because we play as a team. Now we're not. That's why we have a weird first halves. And Lukaku is the only thing we add to it. As much as I want them to succeed, I keep saying that Lukaku is the only thing we add to our shining team.
Boogeyman. Mo said something which kind of got me to reevaluate something and reevaluate a thought that was on my head. And this is the change that has happened to Chelsea since the arrival of Lukaku. One thing that I kind of got into my head, rightly or wrongly, was that we were more fluid. We were more versatile as a team without Lukaku. But then I started to think about Olivier Giroud. And I started to think about Tammy Abraham. And I started to think, we were still fluid. We were still able to create those chances because having those players in the team didn't stop us from creating chances. Yes, with Kai Havertz in the team, and maybe Timo Werner and Mason Mount and Hakim Ziyech and Pulisic and Callum, the way we played last season, we did create a lot more chances. But I think Lukaku coming into the team hasn't really impacted us that much in regards to being fluid. I think the key is... I'll let you come in. I think the key is chemistry. And I think that is what Conte was alluding to when he was talking about Tuchel needing to utilize Lukaku better because he isn't doing it right now. And I think what Conte is alluding to is being able to have him connect with other players, like he was connecting with Lautaro Martinez in Inter Milan. He doesn't have that at Chelsea right now. Lukaku doesn't have that player that he can connect with, and he can play those quick 1-2s, and he's trying. He's trying to play those quick 1-2s and spin and get in the box and get the ball back, but he's not getting that. And I think that is what we need to do. That is what Chelsea is lacking right now. Is that chemistry with Lukaku. And I'll let you come in, Boogie.
I understand what you say. Conte, what Conte is suggesting is we have to change system pretty much just to accommodate Lukaku. That's what he is saying. My point is this: you mentioned Giroud. How many games Giroud has started for us? Most of the time, Giroud is frustrated. He come off most of the game. Under Tuchel, 9.
No, off the bench. Off
the bench. Thank you. So when we were playing under Tuchel, when we say our system was fluid, most of the time, Giroud come in just maybe the game is still tied to 1-0-0. We need to score till like 70 minutes or even 80 minutes. That's why you brought Giroud, and we all like, why did you wait till now to bring Giroud in? Tuchel has always started the 3 mobile striker. Either will be Mount, you know them, Ziyech and all those clicks. So my point is that Lukaku coming to the team now.
I'm going to cut you off for 1 second. I'm not just talking about Tuchel. I'm talking about the players. Even under Lampard, when they were playing in a 4-3-3, it's the point I'm trying to make is the chemistry. When you have the chemistry, the team is more fluid. When you don't have chemistry, you're going to see what we're seeing today.
Yeah, I know. What you're saying is true. They're going to need Lukaku signed 5 years? I remember something like that. They have to play. They will end up knowing each other. They will play good. At one point, they will. I hope. But the thing is, Lukaku is now the main man. Giroud was not the main man. So Giroud, most of the time, coming to adapt to a system. Lukaku now is sitting there, and he knows, like, I'm the star. I'm the one that is supposed to score the goal, and he just wants to score goals. So I don't know what to say. He's not doing an effort, or we're not doing an effort. The other teammates are not doing too much effort, but we're still at the beginning of the season. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what Bobby will say. But at the end of the day, I'm saying we cannot compare Giroud to Lukaku. Giroud was not always a starter. He's always coming when the situation is difficult, or sometimes to give him time to play for the French national team, and we brought it in, or to give rest to. So Kai Havertz was our number 9, or you can call it first 9. Kai Havertz during the entire season under Tuchel was the main man in the middle of the park for us, like in the striker. So Lukaku today, for me, if we talk about fluidity that we used to have, he's the one that is the problem. He's the one that is creating the unbalanced system that we have right now. Tuchel's system should work, but what Conte suggested, we need to change the system. And Conte, you want us a league, yeah, but you're the one that kicked Diego Costa, the only best striker I ever loved for Chelsea team. You're the one that kicked him out. So I don't know what he's talking about.
No, but Costa wanted to leave, though.
I don't care. Conte
he didn't kick him out.
I think getting back to... No, go on, Cassie.
I just want to say something Boogeyman just said. Boogie, we all blaming Lukaku now. Against Tottenham, he gave Timo Werner 2 simple balls. He couldn't finish. The same game, he gave Pulisic a cover, a ball as well. He didn't finish. That would have been 3 assists against Tottenham. Okay? Against Liverpool, he put Mount through. Mount didn't finish. He put Cover through. Cover didn't finish. Okay. Against even Juventus, we're talking about. When Kai gave him the ball one-on-one, Kai should have gone on his left, but Kai was coming straight at Lukaku. Lukaku still gave him the ball. Betancourt tackled him at the edge of the box, remember? So when we blaming Lukaku, I don't understand. Lukaku is not the problem because he's linking. He's providing. Lukaku could have had 5 or 6 assists already this season. But everybody is Lukaku. Lukaku, if Werner is missing chances, Mount is missing chances, Lukaku is creating for them. what's his name? Cover missed 2. He created for him. That's
Which
5
isn't
already.
anything new. They were missing.
Yeah, so
losses
how
last season.
Boogeyman, you're not looking at that. All you're looking at, system. We could have beat all these teams if those other players finished the game.
This is why I'm saying
Liverpool.
that Lukaku shouldn't create for other. He's there to score the goals. That's why I keep saying he's not there to create for other people.
Thank you,
because they can't
Eric.
score.
Thank you.
If Lukaku is linking with other people, is Lukaku at that moment, at that instant, Lukaku cannot score. That's why he has to pass the ball.
Exactly.
Let me put it this way.
That's
Nobody
fine,
can come here and telling me that Lukaku is leaking. That's not his job. Put the ball in the net. If Lukaku missed the ball that Lukaku missed against Juventus, that's his job there. He should put that one in the back of the net. Lukaku has 2 headers against Juventus. Lukaku is a big dude. He scored a goal against which team? A small team, where he has 2 chances, 1 header, and
be fair. Be fair. How many of those misses were we missing? We were missing 20 of those chances every single game. The fact that we missed 1 or 2 is a big deal.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying the fact that we're missing those chances is my problem. It's the fact that we're losing the way we play already. Also, our first half are crap. Let's just accept it.
Yeah,
like,
but
sorry
that's
for
not
using
down
that.
to Lukaku. Just like Tuchel said, this is a team thing. We can't just zero in on one player. The whole team has
I
the
understand,
problem.
Bobby, I understand. And Mohammed said
from
something
a man
also.
that didn't want Lukaku in the first place. I didn't want him, but
I understand that. Mo also said something. The first 15 minutes against Crystal Palace, I remember that it was not that great until Alonso did something and they scored that goal, and then we killed them completely. Yeah, but we saw, at least during that game, we saw our old team pressing. Just the ball just keeps flowing, and we dominate them. They have no chance to do anything. So at least we saw that team. Lukaku coming to our team is the reason. Like, nobody. I don't know. Just tell me.
I don't understand, man. How can one player?
What about Arsenal? What about against Arsenal? Arsenal. So Lukaku is the reason why Kai Havertz has lost his form. Lukaku is the reason why Ziyech lost his form. Lukaku is the reason why Mount lost form. Lukaku is the reason why Chilwell is not playing. Lukaku is the reason why.
Listen, Mo, don't forget. Lukaku is the reason why Kante has COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys win. You guys win. I gave up.
I think Boogeyman talking about the system. It's some games Lukaku, it was a bit, he didn't turn up. I agree with Boogie. Not all games. It's not fair to say all games. Like Man City game. But we need to be positive for tomorrow, guys, really. We need to support everyone tomorrow. It's a big game tomorrow. We need to win that 3 points. I'm seeing 3 points tomorrow. I don't care about who's playing. What happened is happening. It's past. We need to get that 3 points and keep it going, guys. But I know what his Boogeyman know about. I understand what Boogeyman tried to say. But we do look at it. We look at the 3 behind Lukaku, or the 2 behind Lukaku, Boogeyman. They are being bored as well. So it's not just Lukaku. So it's a bit mixed. I think his fatigue's getting involved. The new formation, the new adaptation. It's a mix of everything, if you know what I mean, Boogeyman. Correct me if I'm wrong, mate.
Yeah, no. Kasim, spot on.
Boogeyman. If Kasim, the first Kasim tell the second Kasim is spot on, what can I say? To Kasim, I'm good.
No.
Hey, listen, you got Kasim on one side, Kasim on the other side, then you got Mohammed on one side, you got Mohammed on the other side, so you're in trouble, mate. You're in trouble.
I'm trying to compromise, Boogeyman. I'm trying to compromise, you know?
Listen, I agree with you, Boogeyman. There is a lot that needs to be addressed when it comes to Lukaku and him playing in the system, in this team. 100%. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm also acknowledging the fact that we have had poor performances from other players, and it isn't because of Lukaku. Kai Havertz underperformed. He played badly.
He looks tired as well, more.
Yeah, Hakim Ziyech played badly.
Well, we will never know until Lukaku. The way I'm thinking is this: we have one unknown in this situation. You cannot solve any equation by having two unknown and one equation. So Lukaku is already in the team, and if we have a bad performance, I know who to look at. We have to take Lukaku out, put Werner there. And
Lukaku will score goals.
No.
He will score goals.
This is scientific logic I'm giving you here. You cannot say no.
Scientific logic. Scientific logic. All right. We had an entire season with him. Do you know I used to have black hair underneath this hat? Now it's all white because of Timo Werner.
Because of Timo? All right.
Timo Werner. All right, my hair is going white. That's why I'm wearing this cap. Yeah. Timo Werner, unfortunately, he is a talented player.
If only he could score.
He can score, but he just can't seem to do it in the Premier League when he's onside. If he's offside, bangers. When he's onside, I don't know what happens to the man.
Mo, can I ask you a question, please? Because yes. I missed the front three. What is the majority for the front three?
The front three is Timo Werner, Lukaku with the Mason Mount just behind him.
Yeah, I really do fancy Werner tomorrow starting.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I do. I agree. And I think tomorrow, whoever plays tomorrow,
it's a bottom.
You know what? I'll even go this far and say that this will be included in the talk just before they get on that pitch. Tuchel will say to them this. Boys, go out there and impress me. And if you do, you're securing yourself in the team. And I'm talking about Callum, because I think Callum might start tomorrow.
Yeah.
Chalobah, Loftus-Cheek, all right?
Chilwell.
These lads, go out there, put in a performance, and you're in the squad, you're in the first team.
So
all right, and I think
I'm going back to what I said last time. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on, Boogeyman.
I'm going back to what I said last time. Do Callum has a progression margin? Does he still have something? I'm not sure. Like, I'm not saying that because I want to make fun of Callum, but I've seen Callum so many times not even trying to beat the person in front of him. He just roll the ball, pass it back, or sometimes trying to roll, forget the ball. So I'm just wondering, does that kid has anything more?
Maybe Boogeyman. Yeah, he's super talented, Callum. He's just maybe confidence. He need maybe game time, maybe time. Don't forget, he's only young as well. He's a great player, Callum.
We all say it's young. Young doesn't mean anything.
I understand, but football is a game of confidence as well. And he's I think he's a great player, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I think that game tomorrow hopefully will suit him, and he give him more, confidence if he scores.
I understand he was injured and confidence and everything. But have you ever see Callum play a few games? Have you ever Callum did something and you say, "Oh, that kid has it. It's coming." I haven't seen anything.
Boogeyman, remember when we beat Crystal Palace 4-1? Who created both of Pulisic's goals? It was Callum Hudson-Odoi.
What, the cross that he put on
not only the cross, and also even Lampard. I know it's cross, but you remember Lampard season with Lampard when we were down 3-0 at West Brom. Thiago Silva's debut. Who came on with Kai to change the game? Callum Hudson-Odoi. Okay. Yeah, but... Well, hang on. Boogie. We pick and choose. But if that was Kai Havertz or Pulisic, we'll be talking about it for years. Callum Hudson-Odoi changed that game. If not, we would have lost.
Yes.
Against Arsenal, when we were beaten 3-0 first half, who did Lampard call on? Callum Hudson-Odoi. He scored the goal and he created the chance. Sorry, against Man City. Who did they call on him? Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi, if you let him free, he will play his football. But because of Tuchel is telling him not to do certain things, like if you listen to Joe Cole's, Mo, you listen to Joe Cole and Lampard's interview. Remember?
Yeah.
What did Joe Cole say? He said when he wants to attack, because of Mourinho has told him before the match to tell him not to attack, to defend, he stopped himself. He constantly stopped himself. It's in his head. Sometimes, Boogeyman, believe me, a coach can do a harm to a player.
Super talented
doesn't mean that they're a bad player. It's because of they doubting themselves, because the coach is telling them to do one thing and they know they cannot do what they want to do on the pitch. So that's why I'm telling you, Callum needs to go out on loan because of that injury he had. He needs to heal.
If he's not going to play, he need game time. I agree more.
Mohammed and Kasim, I agree with what you just said. My point is this: Callum is not going on loan tomorrow. Callum coming on that pitch like Mo Kasim has suggested that Callum starting the game. Are we going to say anything more to Callum? Let's just pretend that Tuchel tell Callum, defend. Are we going to see anything more than what we all see like in the 1, 2, 3 last game? And Callum.
No. That's why I don't want him to play. Because I don't want him to play.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
Tuchel doesn't let him play. He doesn't let him play. It doesn't mean Tuchel is a bad manager. It just means that Tuchel is limiting him a little bit.
Let's bring in Julius. Julius, let me hear it, mate.
I wanna back up Boogeyman, to be honest. The thing is, in my opinion, Callum Hudson-Odoi is a good player. Is he world class? No. Is he gonna be world class? I don't think so. I have just one question. What is Callum Hudson-Odoi good at? Can someone just explain to me? Aside from against Crystal Palace, he gave a cross or two, or against XYZ team, he did change the game. What is he good at?
What is he good at, or what has he been good at? Because right now, he's not good at a lot of things, because right now, he's not playing well. What he is good at is dribbling, crossing the ball, creating chances, cutting in, shooting. He's good at all of those things. But right now, he's not doing all of those things.
But the thing is...
And Julius, just before you go, did you watch his breakthrough season? Who got us to the quarterfinal of the Europa League? After the quarterfinal, Hazard started playing. Who did get us there?
He had a great season. He had a campaign in the Europa League. But my question here, when we hear Chelsea fans talk about Callum Hudson-Odoi and the hype around Callum Hudson-Odoi, you'd think he's the next Mbappe or something. We keep talking about he's young and whatever. Like, you can tell in this situation, you could tell if a player is going to have a significant impact on his team, to lead his team to go and win trophies, or to have consistent impact on the team's performance. Like, for example, when Frank Lampard came through and everyone was doubting him, Frank Lampard, everyone saw him at Chelsea, he had an impact. You could tell this player is special. Even though Frank Lampard technically is probably nowhere near as skillful as Callum Hudson-Odoi when it comes to like dribbling and all this freestyle stuff that he does. But Callum Hudson-Odoi, I don't see him having any impact. I don't see he will ever have any proper impact on the team going forward. He's just going to be a squad player that you could bring in every now and then to, I don't know, to make it, to change the game or something, that depend on the circumstances. I think we made a mistake not selling him to Bayern Munich and make some money off it.
I agree with you. That's why I advocate for it should have gone like Ruben. Ruben loves to stick. People wrote him off. And I remember, I used to tell people, he's that good. I've not seen a midfielder with that skill set since Ruud Gullit or Frank Rijkaard. People thought I was mad. And 1 year at Fulham, people thought, oh, look at him, he's struggling. Because of that type of injury, Julian, when you have it, it takes you to play minimum 1,000 to 2,000 minutes for you to get back to your former self, if possible. Callum hasn't even played 500 minutes since he had that injury. There is no way the muscles in his leg will recover until he gets playing. And he's not going to get that at Chelsea. That's the sad reality. But if Callum Hudson-Odoi wants to fulfill his potential, it's either Chelsea let him go on loan or sell him. He was injured and still Bayern Munich want him. Okay, Bayern Munich saw, Bayern Munich, they're not stupid. They saw Pulisic in the Bundesliga. They still came for Callum, injured Callum. They're not stupid. Okay, they signed Sane when he was injured. People thought they were mad. They give him 1 year. Look at him now, he's recovered. Okay, this type of injury, a player needs to play maybe a whole year before they get back to their former self. Just check history. No player has gotten this type of injury and they came back to their previous self without playing. They will give them a year or two. Chelsea don't have that time. I agree with all of you. That's why I don't want him to play tomorrow. Because tomorrow, if he doesn't play well, everybody is gonna go on the kid as well to say what's wrong with him. I want Tuchel to try this. Put Pulisic at right wing back and see what he can do, or put Kai at left wing back. Let's see what they can do. We are complaining about this kid. Let's play our forward players at wing back. Let's see whether they're capable of doing anything.
Mohammed, what you said. Listen, I agree with most of this thing you said. The problem I'm having with Callum is, so Callum actually has all those injuries. We know it. We want him to play. I just don't want Chelsea fans to expect too much from him, because like Julius said, he's just a team player. Put it in, he come in once in a while, and that's it. That thing about Callum has to start, or Callum will try to impress, he has nothing more in his pocket to come to show us. Because that's how I feel. Every time Callum has the ball, I say, beat him. And Callum just roll the ball and pass it back. Or sometimes he tries something and it never successful.
I disagree. I think Callum has got a lot in his locker, man. Callum has got loads in his locker. Man.
You also told me that the coach talking to him restrained his way of thinking, or even risk.
He's maybe restricted it, but so his locker, mate. Callum has got loads.
But what you're trying to say. Listen, what I'm trying to say is, I'm talking about Callum today. Callum that we're going to see tomorrow. Does he have anything more in his pocket? We all agree.
Yeah, if he play in the left-hand side, yeah, he will. He blame that wing back. He's not good at it,
Tuchel put it there, and Tuchel put it back on the bench. Do you remember that?
No, that's what I'm
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't know why we have to go through this.
Varner has played 30 games and won to score 5 goals.
When Callum wanted to go to Bayern, I also disagree with Callum. When he didn't want to sign with us, I was so frustrated. I said, we need to sign this kid. We need to keep him. Whatever happened. We're talking about Callum today. He has no more in his pocket to show us. I thought 2 minutes or 5 minutes ago, we all say yes.
I'm telling you now, wait a second. I'm telling you now, Chelsea won't get rid of Callum. Won't get rid of Callum.
We're not talking about selling him. We're just talking about he is a squad player. And if
Boogeyman, hear me out. Callum has got that. I think he's super talented lad. It really is. Maybe he's not good in the system, Tuchel's system. He just cannot do it. Okay? But for Chelsea, if Bayern Munich come with big money, they're probably thinking about it. But 40 minutes, they won't let him go. It's because he's super talent, Callum.
But Kasim,
so do you have to do you have to sack Tuchel for Callum to succeed?
No.
So what do you want? No. Tuchel and Callum are not working.
So I think Chelsea, what they should have done, because they're not being fair to Callum, they should have loaned him so he could get a lot of games time. But they didn't. No. Chelsea stopped him to go on loan. I want
to answer your question regarding the Bayern Munich comment. How is Sancho doing right now? Crap. That if he went,
but that's a system.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could go to Bayern Munich and kill it there, and come back to the Premier League and do nothing. That it doesn't work like that. In my opinion, Callum Hudson-Odoi is, as I said, a bang average player. But
Julius, under different manager, he was doing all right, mate.
He wasn't doing all right. He was doing average.
No, he was. Of course he was. Callum under a different manager was doing all right.
What did he do?
What?
You dismiss what he does because you don't want to hear it, because you said his first season against Sarri and
the different manager was doing all right. That's why
he had a couple of good games in Europa League. He had a couple of
not Europa League, not Europa League. Callum was starting for Sarri. It was Callum, Rubin, and what's his name, and Hazard. Towards the end, they were one of the main starters of Sarri's season.
Yes.
Okay, until his injury. You remember?
How many seasons Sarri has to Chelsea?
That's what I mean. That was the season he was injured. Karam missed a whole season. You guys are thinking that he's playing 5 seasons.
You cannot say Callum was one of the main starters of Sarri
so
time. And then at the same time,
that's what happens, man. We overhype average players, and when we end up sinking, we complain.
What was your opinion about Ruben?
Can I just say something more? I gotta use an analogy now. What do you think about Gallagher? Wait a second. Why did he send Gallagher to Crystal Palace and he had a fantastic preseason? Why?
What about Ruben? What about Ruben Loftus-Cheek?
More. One second.
Because he's not good enough to start for us.
On Crystal Palace and he had a fantastic preseason.
Because he's not good enough for us, and we could cash in on him if he does well in Crystal Palace.
Yeah. So Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. What was your opinion? No. What was your opinion about Ruben? Boogeyman, I want to know, and Julian as well. What was your opinion about Ruben Loftus-Cheek last season?
Which season one?
The beginning of this season, before the season start and before end of last season.
Let me just answer that question to you. If anybody follow me on this channel, I didn't want Ruben to be loaned again. I kept even Bobby at one time. I think say something like, I think Bobby or Max say he think Ruben. I'm really sad to say this, but he need to be moved on. I say I would like this season to Ruben to try again at Chelsea, because one of the only Chelsea academy that has never complained. Because I used to have a serious problem with Solanke. Because I always think Ruben and Solanke, when I saw those two, and even Tammy, I think those people will be the leader of the next generation of Chelsea. And what Solanke did and Ruben did that has no talk or anything. I always want Ruben to succeed at Chelsea. So since the beginning of this season, just based on that and the fact that Ruben is tall and big, and I know he has the quality, and all the injury is the only thing. The injuries are the only thing that restrained his career. I wanted him to stay and play again. A lot of people say now, I think Ruben time he should move on. But again, what I'm trying to say is this: Callum. I'm not saying Callum is not talented. I'm telling you something. Callum as today. I thought we agreed on this 10 minutes ago. That's why I don't understand why we're fighting.
I agree with that.
Callum today. If we put Callum on the field, Callum will show us anything that we didn't see in the last 3 days. I don't even think the Callum of 3 years ago or 2 years ago, the one that Sarri introduced, I don't even think this Callum will show anything close to that, because I can see it. He's not doing it. So my question is, do we let him go, or do we just say he's a squad player and then we all Chelsea fans accept it, he's a squad player? Or do we sack Tuchel so Callum can succeed? I think Callum is now a squad player. I thought we agree on that. So I don't know why we keep fighting.
I agree on that.
We agree. Squad player.
About Loftus. Okay, Julian, what was your opinion about Loftus-Cheek? Was it overrated as well? Is it average player? What was your opinion about Ruben Loftus-Cheek?
Ruben Loftus-Cheek is a better player than Callum Hudson-Odoi.
I'm not talking about Callum Hudson-Odoi. I'm talking about your opinion about him. Did you think he was Chelsea?
That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
That's his opinion.
He's better than Hudson-Odoi. His impact every time he played has had Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Every time he played for Chelsea when he was not injured, had more impact than Callum Hudson-Odoi. The only issue I have with Ruben Loftus-Cheek is that he keeps getting injured, same as Pulisic. Mo knows how much I love Pulisic.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
And I think he's an unbelievable player, talent-wise. But I'm sick of it as well. I'm sick of it. Every season you have to you play 15 to 20 games at most in all competition. I'm sick of it. We need consistency, you know.
And on that one, I'm backing Julius on it. I'll be sick of the player getting injured also.
And my last question I have to Julian, you said if somebody made it at Bundesliga, does it mean that they're gonna like Premier League or whatever? Isn't Pulisic was benched in the Bundesliga by whom? Jadon Sancho. Okay, and so you telling me Pulisic is more talented than Jadon Sancho?
Way better.
He benched him. in Bayern. It's because of in Dortmund. It's because
Look, we saw Lukaku in APL and we saw Lukaku in Serie A. That is two different players.
Look.
You cannot compare players from two different leagues.
No, I'm telling you, he benched him there. He ran away from that, and he didn't sign. He ran away because he was crying, saying he wasn't playing. Okay, let's be honest.
Mohammed, wait a second more now. I tell you what,
Mohammed, I think you're playing now. You cannot.
Jason Sancho than Pulisic now, because the best ability is availability. The best ability is availability. He's always available. Pulisic is not.
He break.
Yeah, but I'd rather wait for Pulisic.
Yeah, but it's not available, mate.
Boogeyman, the reason why I said this is because of Julian. You losing that logic about leagues. If somebody was better than you in your league at a younger age, okay, and you ran away, you came to the Premier League, and he just came after 5 games, you judging him. That's what Julian did with Jordan Sancho. You judge him.
That's not true, because it could work the other way around. You could be amazing in the Premier League, go to the Bundesliga and not do anything. That doesn't mean anything. And also you cannot compare the both situation, because first of all, Pulisic was basically inconsistent with injuries as well with Dortmund, and at the same time, what's it called?
Jadon Sancho.
Jadon Sancho was in form. That doesn't mean that Jadon Sancho is better than
the situation in which Santos came to Dortmund is a
Thank you
little
very
different.
much.
Also. He came there
Thank you very much.
because he wasn't playing Manchester City, and Dortmund feel like they have to play him or he will bounce again.
Come on, that wasn't the case.
Hold on, Julius. I have a guest who's coming on. I'm going to give him a couple of minutes. 1 second. Redneck Blue, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream.
Good, how are you?
Hey, my man, you all right? What are you doing here?
Welcome.
What are you doing here?
I've been naughty.
How are you, my man?
MDT, good to see you. At least somebody knows longer of Chelsea than Abramovic.
Redneck, give me your thoughts about the game tomorrow.
It's a really important game for us. Because it's not because who we playing, it's because we lost 2 games before. It will give us mental strength before to go to internationals. Because if we draw or lose the game tomorrow, it will hang on us for 3 weeks. Or for 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Like, it will be in a head for 2 weeks. And as long as I've been watching Chelsea, we always struggle to come back from internationals and have a good game right after it. As recently this season that we actually won the first game after the international. If you look backwards, we always had problems, especially the first game right after internationals. And I think that's the reason why this game is going to be really important for Chelsea. It doesn't matter who plays or how plays, what kind of players are. We actually need to perform. I don't care if it's Mount or if it's, I don't know, Cho from the bench. I don't care. I just need to win. I don't want to complain about it. I just want to win. That's all it is.
All right. What's your thoughts on the changes that we are expecting to see? Because from the press conference by Tuchel, it's apparent that there will be changes made tomorrow. Either formation, either some of the players. What do you think Tuchel will be changing tomorrow?
Actually, before the presser, I thought the changes will be made. But after press conference, I actually went back and I was like, he's not gonna make that many changes.
Okay, interesting.
Because
why?
Because if you look at it, he said there was individual things that we had problems. There was not actual players. There was not a system. There was not a team. I mean, of course, he's gonna defend his players. He's not gonna put somebody in front of everybody and blame everything on that person. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's gonna play pretty much the same system. I hope he's gonna change at least the wing backs. At least wing backs needs to be freshened up. But I don't know. I hope Timo Werner I know Mount will start. That's a given.
Pretty much nailed them. Yeah,
but who's gonna be playing next to him and Lukaku? That's the big question.
So
otherwise,
100% Lukaku start.
We're going for Timo Werner.
And Lukaku's drop.
No, he's starting. Lukaku.
Yeah. That's what I said. Same thing. That's what I said. Same thing. Timo Werner. But I have a feeling he's not. I think he's gonna put Kai. For some reason, I don't know why. It's just in the back of my head.
And Lukaku. All right. Listen, Redneck. If you've got a few minutes, you can stay on because we got like another 15-20 minutes on the stream. So
I have a 30 minutes. I'm waiting actually to go play football.
All right. Well,
I'm in America.
You're welcome to stay on. Looks good. It looks good. You're welcome to stay on. Listen, guys, I want to hear from DJ Sav. He's been quiet. DJ Sav, give me your take on what you've heard so far, mate.
Yeah, big up, guys. Sorry I'm coming on late, mate. Got work commitments and stuff like that. But yeah, look, I this whole Callum Hudson-Odoi thing, I have to disagree with quite a lot of you. I think you guys are being a bit harsh on him. I really do. For me, the guy's not getting much of a chance. When he does get a look in, he's only getting a few minutes here and there. He's not really starting matches. And I don't think he's really getting a chance to really show what he can actually do. He's obviously, when he does start games, he's shoved on the wing as a wing-back player. We all know that's not his position. I think if he got into his natural position, I think he would be better. It's interesting you guys were actually going on about Jadon Sancho. I mean, the guy was playing in Germany. What's he done for Manchester United since he's come back to United? Nothing. He's not even starting matches. Yeah, so for me in that way, I think you guys are being a slightly harsh. I don't know who it was that was actually saying, I think it might have been Julian maybe, and Julius. Usually I agree with everything what he usually says, and I think it was Boogeyman as well. I tend to agree with a lot what you guys generally say, but...
No, Julius was actually saying what you're just saying.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay. All right. As I said, but for me, Callum, has to start. If he starts games, I think he will do well. I just think, and you guys are talking about saying sacking Tuchel. Tuchel's the only one that's really giving him game opportunity when he does start games.
No, who said that?
No. I thought I heard
he asked the question. Yeah, he just.
I was asking that question. That's what I meant. That's what I was meant to say about that question you were saying. But he's the only one that's really giving Callum a chance. If you think about it, all the other managers, apart from Sarri, Lampard gave him a game or two here and there. But
he's really why? Did you ask yourself a question why nobody outstarted him, but that only one manager?
Yeah, I do ask the question why. He's had injury. Yeah, he's obviously had injuries. They're saying there's been a lot of talk that's saying his head usually maybe in training he's not really showing what he should be doing in training. I get that. Maybe that could be the case, but Thomas Tuchel seems to, when he does seem to want to play in him, he seems to believe in the player, I think, more than the other managers do, apart from obviously Sarri. So for me,
Gigi,
is
Tuchel really giving Callum a chance when he's playing him as a wing back? Is he really giving
no, that's what I'm trying to say. That's not his position. This is what I've been trying to say to you guys. I
said that, DJ. I said that, mate. I was taking it for Callum because I think he's a super talented Callum. He needs a game plan.
Yeah, listen, I don't think you will see any Chelsea fan that will tell you Callum is crap. We know he got something. My point is this: is Tuchel giving Callum chance? We all seem to say no. That means Callum is never going to progress that much in that position because what? Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, you're right. But then why would Tuchel not allow him to go out on loan? And then play him in a position where
that's the other part I was going to say.
That's my point.
I don't get it.
But don't forget, there's a majority of Chelsea fans that keep hyping Callum. Like Julius say, everybody say Callum is the big next thing in European football or all those things. So would you let a kid like that leave the team if you even knowing that you're only going to use him at the wing back in a position where he's not showing too much? So you still expect him to do something, but you don't want to let it go because everybody say he's one of the best young player. So I think it's the conflictual situation Tuchel found himself into. He doesn't want to let it go because of the fan and how we big up the kid, how we big him up, and then at the same time he knows he's just not going to deliver.
Yeah, but Boogeyman, do you not think he rates him? Do you not think he actually rates Callum himself generally? Because I mean, even before, I don't know if you guys can actually remember before the Champions League final against Manchester City, there was a big thing that went on. I think it was a Monday before the Champions League final that week. And there was a big thing that came out of Chelsea, and Thomas Tuchel actually came out and said it with his own mouth, because it was actually mentioned, and he actually said it with his own mouth, that you're not going to be going anywhere next season. You should. I want you to stay here and fight for your place next season, because you're good enough. You can be good enough to be in this team.
Yeah, I did remember that. I remember
Coach will say stuff like that. I'm not even listening to it, because the reason why I'm saying that is, Callum, you're going to stay here. You're going to fight for your place. Which position? Wing back? We all saying in a wing back position he's not gonna be anything. So I don't understand why when Tuchel says something, let's see what Tuchel is doing instead of what Tuchel is saying. There's a contradiction.
Boogie, I agree with you. Boogie, what you're saying is true.
Hold on. We've got Julius and we've got Mohammed.
Yeah.
Go on, Julius.
Yes, sorry. I wanted to say to Boogeyman, the reason why Tuchel says that is because Hudson-Odoi is a depth player that he will utilize. Thomas Tuchel is a tactician. He's gonna benefit from Callum Hudson-Odoi when there is injuries, when he knows the club is not gonna be able to purchase even a replacement if we sell him. In my opinion, this is where I get frustrated personally. When Bayern Munich came in, I think they paid first time 40 million, and second time I think they offered 80 million or something. Or am I wrong? Right?
That's right. It's right, Julius. That's right.
Yeah, we should have sold, because that would have helped us buy an actual proven player.
Hold on a second. Did Bayern offer $80 million for Cho?
Yeah, it was last season. When was it?
Did you ever hear? Hold on a second. That something is not right.
Let Julius finish his statement.
Okay. Go ahead.
I kind of forgot where I was. So
my bad.
They said they should have sold him.
We should have sold him, because for me, when I think of Chelsea and where we want to be, we should be targeting players that are proven. I'm not interested in developing average players that didn't show me anything. When I saw Mason Mount, I knew Mason Mount is a special player. Reece James, you could see. Nobody knows what's so special about Callum Hudson-Odoi except Chelsea fans. Let's be honest. And not all Chelsea, but there is nothing special about him. He is a bang average player. He could be used as a squad player.
Guys,
let him finish.
Listen. We have 9 people on the panel. If everyone talks over the next man, we're not going to get anywhere. I want Julius to finish his statement. Then we'll go to Mohammed, and then we'll pick the next person to talk. Go on, Julius. Carry on.
Yeah, no,
I bet you forgot. I bet you forgot where you were, right?
No, I actually almost done. I literally said. So conclusion, just the conclusion of what I'm trying to say. I'm not interested as a Chelsea fan in young players that have been already developing for 3-4 years and keep saying they're young, and I haven't seen anything special about them. We should have sold them to Bayern Munich for 80 million or whatever money they wanted to pay, and should have went and bought someone that is proven. Look at Man City, what they do. Man City, they have people say Chelsea have 2 squads. Not really. We do have a good depth overall, but when I look at a team like City, City's bench can compete for the league. We don't have that, and that's what we should actually work on. When we look at people forgot the struggles that Chelsea was on because we won the Champions League, that nobody expected us to win. Even ourselves, we didn't expect us to win it. But when I look at City, there is stability, there is planning, there is depth, there is consistency that we lacked, and we're still lacking. So that's basically my point.
Can I go after Mo?
Yeah, you can go after Mo. Listen, guys, listen. I'm gonna give everybody literally 2 minutes, all right? Because we need to end the stream. So I'll give Mo, Eric, and then I'll leave Julius to the end because he just spoke. So I'll go around everyone. Give you all 2 minutes to give me your final thoughts.
I thought we were about to start, Mo. I thought we were going to be starting, mate.
Listen, as soon as I see you slap out that pillow, I'm thinking, where's mine? I need to get some sleep as well. So it is what it is. Listen, Mo, give me your thoughts and also wrap it up by giving me your prediction for tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, my thoughts about Callum Hudson-Odoi is, like I said, even you guys heard me the first time I came on. Bobby, he was here, Max was there, Boogeyman, I think even Kasim, you were on. I always said Callum Hudson-Odoi, after that injury, should have gone out. Like after you have that type of injury, your first thought is recovery for a whole year. After that, you need to play football, like I said, for a whole year. When you go out to play football, it's not for you to perform or whatever. It's for you not to get injured again. It's for you to build a muscle on your leg. After you build that muscle, that's when your potential, people can see it again. But until he play football up to 1,000 minutes to 2,000 minutes, nobody will tell me he's going to be average player or this. If you say that, you're just waffling. I'm being honest. It's not accurate. You cannot tell when a player had that injury. That's what happened to Ruben. Ruben going to Fulham, that's the best thing that happened to him. He didn't play well, but you know what happened to him? He built a muscle strength, the muscle he lost.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Callum hasn't have that, and he's not going to have it at Chelsea. Yeah. I agree with that. He's going to be a squad player. Boogeyman is right. Okay, but to say he's overhyped.
Wrap it up for tomorrow.
Okay. For tomorrow, I think we'll win 3-0, to be honest, if we play our game.
You again? Is that the guy that 3-0 against Juventus? No, I don't want to hear that anymore. Let's just say you say 1-0. 1-0. That's good. I'll take that one more.
Listen. Every time you predict the big scores,
just relax.
I just got confidence about Chelsea. I don't know why. I have faith.
Guys, literally 60 seconds each because I have a schedule. 60 seconds each. We'll go Bobby. Bobby, I haven't heard from you for a while. So, Bobby, let me hear it.
Sorry. I've been listening to all the Callum talk and so on. I mean, listen, I don't really have much to add to it. There's a lot of opinions. And for all it's worth, well, time will tell. Tomorrow, as I've said, they're going to try one of two things, or maybe even both. They will try and press us high, and or they will play a low block. If I bet on it, I will say they'll revert to a low block after trying to press and it doesn't work. Both ways, they'll play into our hands. I think Tuchel will do something different in the midfield. I seriously believe he will play Ruben and one of the others, maybe Kova or Georgie, and I think Mount will come back into the team.
Yeah. Score prediction? You're going to give me a score prediction, but Chelsea
I don't do
win?
scores,
Draw?
and I never say Chelsea will do anything other than win.
Win. All right. Fantastic, Bobby. We'll talk tomorrow after the game, so hopefully I'll see you then. Redneck. Good night, Bobby. Redneck, your thoughts on the game tomorrow and also your score prediction.
I always my score prediction is always 5-0 Lukaku hat trick until he does it. I'm not gonna stop, but I need way more time for show discussion. So it was good to be on y'all's. Yeah.
Come back tomorrow.
Thank you.
After the game. All right.
Good to see you, Kazim.
Pleasure to have you on. Take care, brother.
Good night, my mate. Take care.
Cheers.
Take care, mate.
Good night. All right, DJ Sav. Listen, DJ, do me a favor.
Yeah.
And don't give me a score prediction because last time you did it, you screwed us up. All right. So don't.
I knew I was going to get. Had to come back at me. Now listen, I don't give predictions generally.
I said something about it last time.
Yeah, I'm not going to give a prediction. I'm just going to say I always back my team to win anyway, no matter what, regardless of whatever the situation is. I'm just confident in my team generally. As for the game tomorrow, yeah, look, we need to bounce back. I'm confident the lads will bounce back tomorrow. I think two 2 losses is not the Tuchel way. It's not the Chelsea way. And I think tomorrow will be a win. And let's see after that. Hopefully, I'll be smiling and laughing with you guys on here, celebrating a win, which I think we're going to basically do.
Are you going? Are you going to the match?
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to go. I'm going to go with my dad tomorrow. I'm going to get down there. I got there. Probably going to be leaving early to get down there. But yeah, I'm going to get there. Sit in my stands, man.
It's going to be a long stream, so by the time you get home, we'll still be on air.
Yeah, mate. That'd be great.
All right, DJ.
But guys,
thank you very much.
Take care.
Have a good night,
Thanks,
DJ. Take care,
yeah,
mate.
you guys too. Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
Take care, brother.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll go to Eric Blue. Eric Blue, let me hear it.
Yeah. Before I go into the prediction, I just wanted to have a go at Julius for one more time, just to go back on.
just wait until tomorrow, man. Wait until tomorrow. We've got plenty of time tomorrow.
Just like for a few seconds. It's interesting how he mentions that people don't rate, Callum other than Chelsea fans, but he literally just mentioned Bayern, who they don't spend a lot of money on anybody, but for some reason they wanted to pay 80 million euros for Callum. So that was interesting. Moving on to the game. I expect a win. Even if we don't play well, we have to win. We can't lose 3 games in a row. This is Chelsea. We're the defending champions of Europe. We have a very high standard to uphold. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win, and I'll say Lukaku to score as well.
All right, fantastic. 2-0 win. Lukaku to score, and hopefully Werner gets the other one. Hopefully. Eric Blue, thank you for coming on, and we'll talk after the game tomorrow. Have a good night, mate.
You too. Bye.
Cheers. I'll go to Boogeyman. I'm not going to let Boogeyman wait because I always leave him to the end and he's always waiting. So I'll let Boogeyman go. Go on, Boogeyman.
Thanks for having me. And listen, when it comes to Callum, I'm still hoping that he will start showing something as a wing back, because that's the only way for him now to impress Tuchel. There's no other way. He need to show something at the wing back, and I hope he will show something because he's here for the season anyway. Tuchel doesn't seem like he'll to let him go. When it comes to the game tomorrow, I think we'll probably win, and it's going to be 2-0, and probably Lukaku will score a goal against a small team like he always does. So I hope Eric Blue heard that one, because Lukaku, that's why when we know we're going to win, that's when he put one in. So when we need it, he is nowhere to be seen.
We need it, Boogeyman. We need it.
So that will be all I can say today, and thanks for having me.
Thank you, Boogeyman. I'll definitely be talking to you after the game tomorrow. Have a good
one. I'll be there.
Are you in tomorrow, Boogeyman?
I'm here. I'll be here. I thought you're not coming today because I heard you starting a job somewhere. So
no, yeah, when I was streaming, I was at work, but my internet.
You'll be walking. That's what it is. Yo, I'll see you tomorrow then, man.
Yeah, man.
Take care.
Julius, cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, bro.
Bye-bye. All right, Kasim. Let me hear it.
Yeah, look, but look, I don't care who scores tomorrow, mate. I don't care how much the score, I wanted the 3-point tomorrow more. I'm after the 3-point. Because, I think that the guy that came in and he said it was absolutely spot on, because now it's worse because they're international. So there's going to be 2 weeks sitting in there absolutely pissed off about it. Sorry to swear. I need tomorrow 3-point, 2-1, 2-0, 3-0. Don't care. 3-point tomorrow. I have that, as I said to you last night, Mo. International, I think, come in the right time. So injury player, tired player, fatigues player can have that rest, and we'll go again October. So to international, if we win tomorrow, the international is sweet for us. I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna 2-0 Chelsea.
We need to end it on a win. Because a defeat would just make this international break unbearable.
Even a draw's not good.
Yeah, a win against Southampton is a must. You know something. This is a funny take, but Jesus scored against Chelsea. Before that, Mohamed scored against Chelsea. After that, after Mohamed and Jesus scored against Chelsea, Chiesa scored against Chelsea. And Chiesa in Italian is church. Julius knows this. And also in Arabic, Kenisa, which is Chiesa, is
Kenisa.
church. All right?
Church,
And we're playing against the Saints tomorrow. Not looking good, is it?
How did you think about all that, Mo? Bloody hell, mate. Listen, tomorrow, listen, Mo, as I said to you, it's an international comment. If we win tomorrow, it'd be a great one. So it'll be a break for everyone. The fatigues player comes stronger, and we'll go again in October. So it's a big game for us tomorrow, 3-point wise.
Yep.
And I see you tomorrow after the game, and hopefully, big smile in my face.
Hopefully.
And have a good night.
Inshallah.
See you later, Julius. Yeah, inshallah, good one, inshallah. See you later, Julius. Take care. Have a good night, mate.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See you later,
Eric Blue, I hope you're still watching.
Oh no! Stop it now, guys. Stop it. Come on. Let's think about tomorrow.
Guys, literally I have 2 minutes. Go on, Castle. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, brother. Julius, let me hear it.
Yeah, I just wanna, before I get to the game, I just wanna respond to Eric real quick. We paid 40 million nearly for Drinkwater, and we paid 37 million for Bakayoko, and we paid 37.5 million to Michy Batshuayi. So when a club comes and pay, and we paid 100 mil for Lukaku, I'll throw that out there as well. So when a club comes and say we're gonna pay 80 million for Callum Hudson-Odoi, that doesn't mean anything. That's what I wanna. That's basically my response to it. So,
okay.
And I love Eric, but he's trying to go get something on me. Nice try.
Tomorrow, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
yeah. When it comes to tomorrow's game, I think we're gonna win 2-1. It's gonna be a very tough game. If we drop point, though, I'm not surprised. And yeah, Lukaku to score because it's an average thing.
All right. Well, Julius, there's a lot of controversial points been raised in today's stream, and the only way we're going to be able to resolve them is by seeing what happens on the pitch tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow we're able to get the result that we're looking for, and because like I said, the international break would be unbearable on the back of 3 defeats or 2 defeats and a draw. We really need to finish it off with a win against Southampton tomorrow. Julius, it's a pleasure to have you on. We will talk again tomorrow after the game.
My pleasure, bro. Take care.
Cheers, bro. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Listen, people, the stream has been fantastic. We didn't hit the 8,000 subscriber milestone, but we came close to it. We've come close to it. We are 17 subscribers away. Hopefully we'll do that by tomorrow. It's been a fantastic stream, and I will catch you all tomorrow, literally after the final whistle, half an hour after the final whistle. Have a good night, lads, and I'll speak to you tomorrow afternoon. Peace.